I just hit.
James is so ready.
I just hit.
Very ready.
I just hit it. I think we're gonna be live in a sec.
Yeah, we are live.
We will be in a minute.
I've been waiting for this moment my whole life.
It's how we're gonna get internet famous. This is our origin story.
Wait, and then where can you see people's like comments and stuff?
So I keep up with the chat on my phone. I think it's just like a little bit easier that way. Let's see here.
I can just look on the if I click chat.
Chat. No, I think that's Discord chat though. That's not like our chat that we're in.
You're on YouTube, hey.
How funny. Look at that. We kind of cooked on this thumbnail, didn't we?
Oh, that's actually crazy.
Okay.
Best thumbnail ever, by far.
Let's see. I'm gonna throw this up on my story. We're gonna let people know we're live.
100%. This is the start of a new era, Christos.
James is already, guys. James, if I don't know if you're just tuning in, if you're subscribed on my channel, or whatever, you never met my friend James here. This guy can talk for days about literally anything you guys want. So, any topic that you think jiu-jitsu or not jiu-jitsu related, we can go over. James would be happy to. I'm sure.
Of course.
And Hannah can yap too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I can but about things that don't matter.
No, that's not true. We had some good conversations after church this morning. It was good.
Just about TS.
A lot of TS, right? Where's the TS gang? They'll be here soon. Don't worry. I'm gonna send them the link.
Yeah.
Bet.
That looks so good.
That looks great. You want to pull up the chat on your phone just so I can post this real quick? We'll see if there's anyone in there. You just go to my YouTube and click this. We'll be good.
100%.
We have so much to talk about, guys.
We have so much to talk about. So much ground to cover. This is the very beginning.
Hannah, you're sideways. I don't know what you're doing, but...
I'm sorry. I keep on like...
So... How long was the last one you did?
I think I streamed for like an hour and a half the last time. This was like 2 nights ago, and I really just kind of broke down. Not even broke down. I was just watching the BST docs, and all those guys were... And just mute this, that way the microphone doesn't pick it up.
Amazing.
Yeah, there we go.
I have the chat so we can...
Oh, perfect.
Look at it here.
Okay.
That's perfect.
I'm going to send the link out to the BST boys now. It's going to get rowdy in here. It'll get
Let's
rowdy
go.
in here.
Wait. Does my angle still look like spunky?
No, that looks fine.
No,
whose ear is that?
He's so cute.
Wait, cause I'm putting up on YouTube so I can see how freaking wonky I look.
What?
No, you look great. You look great.
I'm like, no, because I just went on your picture.
Okay, let's see. Boom. Invite. Here we go. Copy link.
Inviting the BST boys.
Oh, dude. We're going to invite all of Instagram.
All of Instagram.
We're going to take a picture of Hannah in the call. We're going to be like, guys, join our live. Bet. Click this link to join the live.
So, what are we going to cover first? That's the question.
Well, all right, let's start with basic jiu-jitsu stuff. We got Worlds coming up next week. Hannah's one of the favorites for Worlds.
This is very true. She beat the previous medalist.
Yeah, you were
last year at brown belt.
You were telling us that you beat the girl that already won this division last year.
Yeah.
Does that kind of bother you that the people do Worlds twice? I mean, I know Luke did it, but like, you think that's where people do that?
Kind of, but at the same time, like, I don't care. Then it just actually makes it better, cause like, then like if I win, I'm like, okay, well, you know.
Yeah. Not only did you win it, but you beat the last person too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's honestly better to compete at the world level or at your belt level, you know, for a couple of years before you get promoted. I think it makes you more of a seasoned competitor. It's like you win, blue belt worlds once, you know?
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
I think the stream is like lagging a little bit.
What's that?
I think the stream is lagging a bit, low-key.
Probably.
It'll work out. It'll be
It's
alright.
not even the stream. It's just
There's definitely going to be a delay.
It is the stream. It's just my Wi-Fi. Yeah, like it's not the stream. It's just my Wi-Fi. But no, it's absolutely the stream. Okay, everything's up. If you guys are here, I just posted a Discord link on my story on Instagram.
We got 3
too.
people.
Yeah, we got 3 people in here. I'm sure some more people will roll in. And then I'm gonna send the link out to some homies too.
Sweet.
But are you doing Worlds, James?
I am not doing it.
You're not doing it,
I'm focused on preparing for trials, so I gotta save up my money for those registrations.
bro.
and
They
tickets.
get pricey.
They do get pricey.
I tried to. What's up?
What did you say?
You said you're not doing well?
Probably not. No. I had to save my money, and I'm gonna save it for all the trips we're doing next year. South Africa. So it'll be
Bro,
good.
don't drop the sauce, dude, before we announce it. Bro's just leaking information to the 4 people in the chat.
I just happen to be wanting to go visit South Africa. That's all. You know, I think
Yeah.
South Africa's a cool destination. That's it's just out of the blue. You know, it's like I want to go to South Africa, so I got to save my money. You know,
That's fair, bro. It's not a cute trip.
Yeah.
All right, we got to talk about some real shit, guys. Okay, let's see. We got Worlds coming up.
So you're competing too, right?
Maybe I haven't decided yet. I'm
Yeah.
kind of like that, bro. Dog, we're on YouTube, bro. You can't say that right now. I guess I don't know what the rules are for YouTube, but
I also don't know.
I don't think it's that bad.
Landon says I love SA. He means what's that?
I got. I'm so sorry. I read what Landon said in like 2 different like things. Like, never mind. It's a.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do Worlds. I've been
should,
like, I could. Yeah, I think I could do pretty well.
Like you've competed recently. You're fresh.
Dude, my thing is, I hate IBJJF, bro. I hate the idea of giving those people money.
Okay, but like other than like the organization and they obviously have corruption and they don't have like they don't deal well with the competitors. But the rule set, is that the main reason why you hate them, or is it just the organization?
Yeah, that's
itself?
pretty gay too. Dude, if we can't do leg locks, bro, that's like how I finish most people in
Yeah.
comp. It's just
Well,
not convenient.
Aren't knee bars and straight ankles allowed at purple belt? No.
Just ankle locks.
Weird.
No. Wait, I thought
Knee bars?
I'm
No.
pretty sure.
It's just ankle locks. Dude, if you could do knee bars, that kind of changes the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll have to look it up maybe.
But like, brown belt, then it's like okay, like everything's like.
Yeah, no, but
Doable.
for purple, it's still yeah, no, just ankle locks. Y'all tripping? Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't know honestly. I don't play any.
Yeah, you were purple belt for like 10 minutes, just casually won everything.
Yeah. I understand. It's frustrating, but it's also like too. It's purple belt world title. You know, and pretty decent, and you're going to become going up against good people. Be good publicity too.
Yeah. Well, we got Landon
Well,
competing the
that's-
same
yeah.
way too,
I feel
which
like-
is cool.
IBJJF does give like good publicity.
Does it
Like
though?
if you. I mean, at least for me, I feel like it has like. to
Because you
some
like
extent.
never lost ever. IBJJF. You win every single one.
No, I literally have. I lost in 2022 in the finals,
Dog, that's like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
and last year I got on board in the absolute at Worlds.
Really?
Yeah,
I knew
but that
that
was just because like I wasn't locked in. I didn't really want to be there anymore. I was like, I won my division, and I was like, I wasn't
That's
like
fair.
there. And then yeah.
Yo, we got Oscar in here. Are you in the BST chat?
I am not. You got to add me.
Dude, I'm not admin, but this kid Oscar's funny, bro. He dude, he orchestrated like I don't know, Oscar, you can tell me if you want me to talk about this. This dude's the ultimate prankster. He orchestrated like sending the entire BST chat after this MMA coach of his opponent.
I remember you telling me about this.
Oh, I heard about
It was
this.
hilarious.
Yeah, and it turns out there was never an MMA coach. There was never a fight. There was never an opponent. It was just him arguing and texting all the guys. Like, just going back and forth.
So when you told me that whole story, it was all a lie?
Yeah,
You made
bro,
it
it
up?
was Oscar.
Oscar.
Yeah, bro. He goes, yeah, it don't matter. Just trying to move on from it. Even Landon's
I have
yeah,
so
bro, fake
so
everything.
much respect for you, Oscar. Keep doing what you're doing.
Dude, he's actually from Texas, but he's not from around here, though.
What part of Texas are you from, Oscar?
I want to say he's El Paso.
El Paso? I was just out there. I was driving back from Scottsdale, Arizona, because I was visiting a family for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, apparently
El Paso. Nice.
family reunions get pretty lit. So we're gonna crash James' family reunion next time.
Yes. If it's in Texas, for sure.
We got 7 people in here right now, which is pretty cool. The stream is it's definitely better now. It was super laggy at first. I'm actually gonna drop the bit rate a little bit so that doesn't happen again.
I think one thing I like about the IBJJF rule set is that, like, at the higher belt levels, like at brown belt and black belt, like, it's probably one of the few places outside of ADCC where you can, like, year-round compete against, like, really good people, you know?
Turn on IBJJF?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I know, like, there's, like, very little options, but, like, from there, especially for the gi, they're, like, the only ones. You know? Like, what wouldn't you say?
Bro, people gotta start putting respect on grappling industry's name.
Okay, look.
I'm just joking.
Put respect on it if they bring the people in. You know what I mean? That's the thing.
Hey, I'm there. You know where to find me. I asked the chat the other day, like, oh, who's got, like, actual questions that we can go over, and not a single person gave me a question that I was actually comfortable answering. So I just had to, like, react to stuff on YouTube.
That's crazy. Well, you mean like jiu-jitsu questions or just like anything?
I don't really care. We're just streaming. I mean, it
could
could
be
be
any kind of
it could
question.
be jiu-jitsu questions. It could be we could. You know what? All right, James.
Yes.
Let's get political, just because
All right.
I know this, like, we're not gonna run out of things if we have James get going. Okay, let's go. Oh my gosh.
Whatever happened to the sniper?
All right, we're not doing this.
We're not doing this?
We're
No?
not doing that.
Okay. That stays in the wraps.
Yeah.
Maybe
no.
at a later date, or we'll release the lore.
Yeah, we'll have Ethan on the stream.
Holy
maybe later
cow.
in the week.
That's something I might not be prepared for. We'll see.
Oh gosh. I forgot what to say.
Okay, political though. What are we talking about? What's
Yeah.
your
All
question?
right. I don't really have a question, but I know if I get you talking about politics, bro, we'll be here for like get 3 hours worth of content.
Well, I feel like I don't know. Like, what's something you've been worried about? You've been thinking about lately? It doesn't have to be politics or whatever.
Just in general, what's like a fear I have, kind
Yeah.
of. Ooh, that's a good one. What's a big fear I have? Let's see. Remember me from ADCC Macedonia? I gave you the video of the guy breaking my friend's leg. Yo, I do remember you, bro. Yes, dude. Shout out to this guy. His name's Luke. Yeah, he was like doing video work for his team when we did the ADCC Open in Macedonia. And yeah, as he said in that comment, I broke his friend's leg, and then I walked up to him and I was like, "Bro, you think I can get that video?" And he sent it to me, and like, he sent it to me, no hesitation. I'm like, I would be kind of upset if I was him, but no, Luke, you're a real one, bro. I appreciate that. But okay, going back to that, things that stress me out, bro. I mean,
doesn't have to be things that stress you out. Just like things that that are heavy on your mind that you think about often. About the future.
Dang, this got deep so quick. We went from talking about worlds to like.
Look, it's a good question.
No, it is a good question. I gotta think about this.
Something I've been thinking about a lot.
Yeah, you go first, and I'll think what you.
Is, I don't know. I feel like. Do you think you'll be able to own land? Like outside of like in the future, Like, do you think like that's like a realistic thing for you to achieve? Like owning land, building wealth, like with your assets, physical assets.
Is it realistic to do? Why would it be realistic?
Well, I just mean like it's becoming increasingly hard to, especially for my generation, to start gaining capital and building wealth outside of because you're an entrepreneur. I think you pretty easy for you to achieve it, but people who aren't entrepreneurs, who aren't like constantly like being super creative or pursuing like a very 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 niche style of like living, like let's say like I worked at a grocery store, I worked a regular job, or like I was a mechanic or something like that. It takes years and years and years and years to build that, and then on top of that, it's only like so much. It's barely enough to get by. You're getting taxed.
Weird.
You have to, provide for a family.
Of course.
Something I think about often. It's like, how would we like? How? What do you think changes? Like, what do you think would change that?
I mean, bro, I don't think it's unrealistic. I think even like if you go out and work a regular job and that's like you go home, you work a 9 to 5, you go home and like do your shit and save your money. Like this dude said, fix your geese, bro. Why are you snooping around my room? They're all the way back there. Why are you looking back there?
They're well folded too.
And they're well
folded. Wrong with
folded.
the geese.
Those people that are like just tuning in now are like, why are these people talking about like land and money? And there's just like a cat in the frame.
Well, I feel like it's realistic, but what I'm trying to say is like back in the day, at least from my perspective, what I feel like the history that I've read is that it was a lot easier for a family to own a house, to have good savings, to provide generational wealth. It was a lot easier to provide for a family. Nowadays, usually both parents have to be working, and it's really difficult, depending on the state you live in, to actually like buy a comfortable place to live and like provide for your family. Like most people, like it's difficult. At least that was the situation my family was in for a while.
Stuff's very expensive, obviously now. Yeah, dude, I think. I don't know. I mean, we got Anthony Gojani in here. We got a good amount of people flowing through here. I definitely get what you're saying, bro. I also think the opportunities to make money now are far greater than they were in that era.
I agree that they're far greater.
But you can literally have nothing except a laptop and figure out a way to like make money doing that. I'm not saying it's easy.
I feel like you're a good example of that too.
100%.
That's what I'm saying. Like I've done it, so I feel like it's easy for me to say, but it's not like I had anything like special going for me. I just looked up how to do the things that I've done, like how to make Enigma. I think what I searched on YouTube when this idea went through my head was how to make your own Netflix, and then I just kind of like ran with that. But I feel like we have so much information. Information's out there, bro. Like it's not really everything's too expensive. I mean, yes, everything is expensive, but dudes in India be making thousands with only an iPhone. Bro, it's true.
It's very, very true. But don't you think there's an oversaturation? And don't you think that, like, even though we have so much opportunity, it kind of leads people to be lazy and not seize the moment? Because I feel like, for instance, like we have these phones, like you said, people in India make thousands of dollars just off their phone. And we have access to, all the world's knowledge, basically. Obviously, there's restricted information. Things are censored and whatnot. But we have so much access, And people still go to college. People still do all stuff where all the information is literally there to be tapped into for free.
We're not laughing at James, or Hannah might be laughing at James. I'm laughing at the chat. I'm laughing at you guys. James is making some very good points.
For sure.
Christos, who owns the banks? Everyone knows who owns the banks.
Say that again, Hannah?
laughing Tourette's as well, so
That's a good way to
it's
put
not
it.
anything-
Laughing Tourette's.
Laughing Tourette's.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, there's no one in the waiting room. I wanted to see because I put the link on my story. You guys that are hanging out in the chat, I can add you guys to the stream if you want. If you go to my story and you click the link on the very last story, I can add you into this. Just go into the waiting room, and we can add you in here too if you got something to say. Because Hannah,
The lighting is totally fine. I don't even know what you're talking about, Go Johnny. Holy, this is good. This is good
Homeboy
lighting.
fixes lighting. First of all, Hannah's a girl.
I freaking I'm on
You don't want me in, bro. No, Connor,
Damn, Christos.
I do want you in, bro. Get in the waiting room, and I'll add you in here for sure. We got 10 people in the stream. What's going on, guys? If you're just tuning in and you only know me from my reels and my shorts that I post, well, hi. We got an active chat. We love
We
an
do got
active chat. Dude, the other night was crazy. They were saying they were asking just questions with the word Shamble Love that made no sense, trying to make me say silly shit.
I bet.
But to your point, James, yeah, I think it is way easier. Get Bova in TS, bro. Send him the link, and I'll add Bova to the stream. Oh wait, who's in the waiting room? Who is this? Let's see. Deleted user 183049541.
This looks like a Chinese freaking like
No, I think this is good,
CCP
Johnny.
trap.
All right, Anthony, I'm gonna add you, but bro, my channel's just started. I'm not trying to get it taken down before.
frustrated. I never.
I already slipped up once.
Yeah. Hannah, did you meet Anthony in Arkansas?
I don't feel like met him, but I mean, I saw him there. He's commentating, right?
Yeah, all right. We're going to add him. And now I have to... All right. And now, Anthony, just turn your camera on, bruv. Yes! And turn your phone sideways.
Sideways, okay.
Yes!
The real question is, why did you choose an Asian lady as your profile picture?
Can you see me?
Oh, now your camera's off.
No, we can't see you. There we go. Oh shoot, turn back off.
Yeah, it's something with the iPhone. I feel like if you're doing it from the phone, it's like
Yeah. Let's see.
We must make this work.
No, 100%. We have to get you fixed up in here. There we go. Oh, it comes back for a second, but then you go away. Oh, Johnny tweaking and bro doesn't want his channel to get taken down yet. Welcomes me. What'd you say?
Welcomes me.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
No, I didn't say anything.
Can you guys see me? I'm still black. on my-
Nah,
No,
here,
we can't
Anthony.
see
Just leave, get out of Discord, and go back in the waiting room. And then Connor, you do the same
Alright,
thing, bro. Just
bye.
click the link on my story, bro. Or I guess I'll text it to you. Oh, he wanted to get all fancy. He wants me to text it to him.
So Christos, what originally inspired you to like start Enigma and start all this? Like, what was like the moment you were like, okay, I'm gonna start doing this?
Enigma was a gym originally.
Really?
It was a gym, and then for the grand opening, we did like a little invitational tournament, and it was so sick. And okay,
So was it like your gym that you opened?
yeah, it wasn't like its own space, but it was. All right, Go Johnny should hopefully be back. Oh, Anthony, just turn your TS on.
Yes.
There he is.
There we go.
Yes.
See me?
What did you just say?
Can you see me?
It's okay. Yeah, I can
Yes,
see.
you can.
That's not what I thought you said.
Really? Bro, I can't even see me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. You can't. Like,
Oh,
people
word.
enjoy it. Can't
There
see
we
them.
go. This way.
Nice. Okay,
What's
word.
cracking? Bro, I got this rash guard for $3.99. I stole it from Jason Rao. That's it.
Welcome to the stream, Anthony.
What up?
Oh, now we
What's
got
going on with you guys?
now we got some motion in the chat because people are seeing that Anthony's here. They got excited. We just jumped from 10 viewers to 21 viewers the second Anthony joined
Of course
the
we did, bro.
conversation.
I'm fucking iconic, bro. That's all of Albania right there. Join the chat.
How many Albanians we got in the chat? Drop an Albanian flag in the chat if you're here.
So
Wait, are you Albanian?
Me? No.
Yes.
no.
He's Albanian.
No, I know you. I'm saying. Oh,
So
okay, yeah.
were you
I'm a
born in
young
Albania?
Albanian individual.
Oh, slay.
So are you like were you born in the U.S. or are you from Albania?
Yeah, I'm born in the U.S., but I got dual citizenship.
That's cool.
Probably
Would you ever want to move back to
trials, but
Albania?
I can't do the next European trials.
Oh,
because
that's
it's in
sick.
Serbia. And
Yeah.
ever since I released my instructional, I've been getting death threats from Serbians.
Yeah, tell us a little
like
bit more
a lot,
about
and-
that, bro. For those who don't know, everyone's seen the Kosovo cradle at this point. But yeah, tell us about this beef with the Serbians.
So back in
You just fucking do it. It's like
a couple
Bring
hundred
it.
years ago, huh? Oh, just doing some skincare.
okay.
Love that.
Got to do this shit this morning. So a couple hundred years ago, there was Albanian populations increasing in Serbian towns.
Connor, you gotta open your camera up, bro.
I can hear myself. I love hearing myself, but it's a little bit unflattering when I'm trying to speak.
Yeah, I don't know what Connor's doing. Might have to. Hey.
Sorry, guys. Yep, I got it.
All right, back to this beef with the Serbians.
Yeah, let's get into this.
So anyway, the Albanian populations were increasing rapidly in many Serbian towns, and the solution for this was for Serbians to basically commit genocides. Like they killed around 80 to 100,000 Albanians in this town, that town. So I
Wow.
think it's fair to say that might have muddled relations a bit.
And when was this?
That was a couple hundred years ago. Probably maybe honestly early 1800s or pre that.
Wow.
So then anyway, the Albanians after that, they would go shoot a couple Serbs here and there, and then Serbians would respond by just killing a bunch of Albanians, and then
Sounds like you got some
This-
support in the chat, Anthony.
yeah, and then this thing, I got elbowed the other day, and I hope that scars. Yeah, that's scarred a bit. Yeah, that's tough though.
TS
Something
is
about
tough.
Albanians. Yeah, so then they made this territory. They made this thing Yugoslavia, right? And so this was the Serbian dream. In the Balkans, there's a high population of Slavic people. It's fucking dirty monkeys. And they basically brought them
All right.
into one united state known as Yugoslavia, which was basically it's an amalgamation of Croatia, Bosnia, Slovenia, all these other places, and
Yeah.
Kosovo was there too. And Kosovo is a majority Albanian population. Anyway, in the 90s, there was breakaways from Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
The countries were trying to form their own nations. They were trying to separate because they didn't find the rule under Yugoslavia was fair. They found that it was very pro-Serbian, but not pro whatever the fuck they were. Which they're basically all just Serbians rebranded. If I'm gonna be honest, but so they ended up committing genocide though. They killed a bunch of Bosnians, and then they did the same in Kosovo in the 90s.
Wow.
And Kosovo was able to break off, make their own country. That's where my parents are from. And yeah, so now that's a contested territory. And yeah, when I had the opportunity to make a move, I was like, okay, I could be a fucking cornball and name this after myself, you know? But then, if you look at the history of people who name moves after themselves, it's you got the guy De La Hiva. It's like I'm pretty sure you like raped somebody, so I'm like, okay, maybe let's not take it in that direction.
I'm cooked, dude. My
And so
channel's
I'm like,
cooked. I give up. It's the second stream. I'm done.
So you're saying you don't want this move attached to yourself because you might.
Oh, Johnny, we're on YouTube, bro.
Bro, my bad.
We just added another, guys. Hey.
Oh my god.
The big slime.
Oh, I can't.
Landon's
Let me
a
see.
real fella, dude.
Nah, turn your phone sideways, Landon. Turn your phone sideways.
This way?
Yeah, there we go.
Can't even see myself. That's so weird.
I know. I don't know why Discord's acting up. It might be because I'm in streamer mode
Landon,
or
the
something on
fans
my
at home
computer.
can see you. That's all that matters.
So are Albanians largely like more like Orthodox Christian versus Serbians are more like
No,
Islamic?
it's the opposite. Serbians are more Orthodox Christian. Albanians are majority Muslim. However, that's been dwindling over the past few decades. Like for the first time in 400 years, Albania right now has become a non-Muslim majority country.
Wow.
And the conversion rates amongst Albanians under 24 in like Kosovo and Albania are going greatly down, which is like, this has caused like a lot of confusion because you have so my family's Catholic. Christian.
Yeah.
And which just means like when the Ottomans came and like oppressed the Albanian people, like my family never gave in, because if you give in, they would just give you a fuck ton of money and land.
Yeah.
So my family, like leading back, they're like they're YNs as we call them around here. You know, it's because we have to be
Yeah.
safe for you too. You know what I mean?
What does YN stand for?
Young individuals.
Most actively get demonetized.
No, I'm not, bro. What are you talking about, Connor?
No, not you. I was saying when he asked you that question.
So anyway, we I don't even know what I was saying.
You were talking about
That's even
how
led to like, a lot of confusion. People are like, oh, like people like Fuentes and Tucker, who I watch myself. They'll say stuff like, oh, like we just bombed a bunch of Orthodox Christians in the night. It's like, dude, look into that conflict. First of all, they were blatantly committing a genocide. Second of all, the Albanian people, the ones who are Muslim, aren't like extremists
Yeah.
or against like the U.S. Except if you go to the UK, the Albanians are fucking sick in their head. They commit so many crimes. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because the UK is just a filthy fucking country.
well, it's the system they created. They reward malcontents. It's a fact. I agree with you. I think like a lot of the history of the Balkans and Eastern Europe is a hidden history that it's not fully exposed or even learned about. So I would agree with you on that for sure.
That's why this guy's got a suit.
Exactly.
Put this suit on.
Nah. We were just at church. That's
Yeah.
that's why we're dressed nice.
Let's go. Respect.
But low key can't hurt to be
Bro,
dressed
I just-
nice.
We gotta pull up in the rash guards that are free 99, bro.
Free 99.
Yeah, bro. I was just telling them
John.
before. You probably heard it. I got this rash guard for free.
Wow.
Yeah. It was tough.
That John Danaher beat.
All right, let's talk a little more jiu-jitsu. Landon, you got a kind of big match coming up, no?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Next Thursday.
Dang, bro. Yo, those flights got expensive, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, are you not coming?
We'll see. We'll see.
Bro, y'all suck. I've had like you and Hannah both flake on me. Y'all lucky I haven't sent in a ticket request.
I literally.
'Cause I knew it. I was like, they're gonna.
Bro, she's competing the same day.
Who cares?
Nah, don't.
But, like,
Cares?
I'll fucking bicycle over there.
You're not a real, like, neighbor if you don't come to my fight.
So that's what RN stands for.
Like, that's
Yeah.
what he always does.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like,
Well, I'm gonna try and make it, but I'm like,
wait,
No.
can I ask? Can any of y'all see yourselves? Because I can't.
Yeah.
We can see everyone.
I'm on a
We
laptop.
can see everyone. You can only see. You can't see yourself. I
You can
loaded
see
in.
yourself, Anthony.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Dude, I'm just fucking sitting in front of a mirror right now. Close your
You're
camera. Close your camera and open it back up. It's like some Indian shit.
Wow.
Some tech support shit.
Yo, where's Dundee at, bro?
Yo,
Doing the-
speaking of tech support,
Yeah, let's get some tech support in here.
Next up,
some tech
You
TS.
must not. You must not redeem Seth.
Damn, bro. Yeah, flights are expensive as hell to go out to Vegas.
So Landon, how's preparation feeling for UFC BJJ?
dude, it's been good. I'm trying to get down in weight, because I don't walk at 45.
It's all here.
I'm not crazy heavier, but I'm just like trying to get down a little bit. So I haven't been eating as much. Like, I haven't been eating out. Like, I can't go to get sushi or anything. But,
Yeah.
Um,
How much do you have to
Bro, we
cut?
went for sushi like
But have
6
you
days
gotten
ago.
it out?
bro, I only have like 5 pounds.
Nice. That's easy.
Yeah, bro. It's all good. It's all good. I'm hyped though. It's a good card too.
Yeah, it is a good card. I'm excited to
Landon,
watch it.
I've been staring at pictures of you lately. You're looking really athletic. Really good.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people do that. Yo, someone in the UFC BJJ comments under my poster was like, "I'd let Elmore wrap his legs around me."
All right.
Yeah, it was like a UFC like meme page, and it was I let
I
him
guess
wrap
you
his
found my alt account.
Bro, I did. That's what it reminded me of.
We got to hear from Connor a little bit. Connor, what's up with you, bro?
Hey Connor, bro, who orchestrated 9/11?
You know what? I don't even care at this point, Connor. Go off. I don't even care.
He said,
I mean, bro, I own a business. I can't go off.
I think we all know. I think we all know the answer.
I gotta do that.
My question is,
I get that.
would the explosion of the plane be able to melt the reinforced structure of the building?
Some videos of some
"You'll melt at
controlled
2,500 degrees. The explosion was only 1,500."
I've seen a lot of controlled demolitions, and it looked a little similar, but you know, I want to make $700, so I will say that, you know, nobody did anything. You know, it was totally legit. I promise, Landon.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like they took out a terrorist insurance policy on the building right before the 9/11 attacks. That was just
didn't show up
a
for
coincidence.
that day, except for the fact that he literally has not missed a single day of work for over 20 years. And just
Exactly.
decided that one day that he had a dentist appointment and couldn't make it.
Look,
but,
things
know,
happen.
Things happen, man. There's been weirder things that I feel like have happened. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's been boats that are, you know, out near certain countries. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden they just get bombed and attacked, and you know, we openly know that it's a certain country, but for some reason we don't retaliate, even though we've attacked countries for less.
Yeah, and even like, you know, the USS Liberty, that whole thing that happened, it's kind of overrated. You know, honestly, like if we really look into it, did that really happen? Was it an overreaction? Possibly, you know? We don't know.
I love this guy, dude. I love
We don't
this
know.
guy.
How can we know, you know? We weren't there.
You know, honestly, bro, like, you know, it's totally, it has nothing to do with the fact that there are countries out there that have like contingency plans to like literally nuke everybody if something goes wrong or if people turn against them. So it probably has nothing to do with that. You know what I
Well,
mean?
my question is this.
It wasn't even that big of a deal.
Yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal, but this is the thing. Theoretically, just theoretically, okay? We think about America and we think about, you know, the World Banks, right?
Who is quacking right now? Who's
What are you
quacking?
doing, Landon? We're having a serious conversation here.
It wasn't me.
All right, I'm turning off the soundboard. How do I? Nah, hang on.
Me and some black emojis on his freaking.
There's no way we can leave the soundboard on with these
Yeah,
guys.
bro, you were saying.
So what I was saying is this, is like you said, there are these foreign interests, there's these countries, and there's these huge lobbies in world banks that have all this investing power in America, in places like the Middle East, Israel. And why would we, being one of the most powerful countries in the world, like you said, with nukes, with probably arguably the best military to ever exist, why would we be beholden or afraid of world banks and international debt? Because the reality is that all the people in Geneva, Switzerland, and the World Economic Forum, people like George Soros, people. Why are they so protected? Because it just doesn't make sense to me. We're so powerful. We have all of this buying power, like economically, and on top of that, militarily. Why would we be afraid of a small speck that is the Israeli country, or these ghost corporations that are like these giant world banks? Like why would that be a thing? You know what I mean?
My little jiu-jitsu YouTube channel is so cooked. Like, there's no way this.
Like you invited him, you asked them about 9/11.
No, they asked us about 9/11 in the chat, and then I made the mistake of asking you. But now we're here, bro. I mean, is that James Franco? Yes.
It is James Franco. Right. I'm his little brother, James. So I'm like his bastard like brother. I'm like his like half brother.
Oh, is that fucking Pokemon?
Yo, what?
Scroll up.
Like,
You can always just delete it afterward too.
Dog, we are live. What do you mean we can delete it?
I feel like a lot of these people that you talk about.
I mean, like
Connor, there's something up with your mic, bro. You're so much quieter than everybody else.
He's just a soft-spoken man.
Yeah.
That carries a big stick.
He doesn't want to speak too loud.
Just because he's
He carries a really large hole with him.
All right.
He's got the toolie
Can
on.
you hear me? Am I good?
Yeah, no, we hear you going.
All right. Yeah, I think it definitely has nothing to do with the fact that a lot of these people have, some similarities to them. A lot of them, the fact that, they don't celebrate Christmas. They might celebrate different holidays. You know what I mean?
All right.
Hanukkah is a good one. No, I think there's a lot of binding factors that could possibly be at play. Definitely has nothing to do with people that are going to certain islands or anything else that we might not know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Goblins.
know. I don't know if I want to go any deeper because Chris.
Yeah, well, I want to ask you a broader question. I almost everyone this question. Why do you think so many people are waking up and noticing now? Do you think it's just a trend on social media? Do you think it's superficial, or what do you think are the main driving factors of why you're noticing? I literally was walking down the street talking to somebody, and I was looking at my phone or whatever. Something popped up. And this guy looked at me and he was like, "Oh, you watch Nick Fuentes?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." And we shook each other's hand, we dap each other up, and I'm like, "This is awesome," But it's becoming more and more common. Why would you think that is? What's your take on that?
I think there's, for me at least, and I think that the biggest factor of it really was the fact that when this whole virus thing happened, right, 2020, all that started to go down, and we all started to kind of see a lot of the holes in the stories of a lot of these governments talk about.
Holes.
And I think that a lot of people started to distrust a lot of the people that in power. And when people distrust, they start to do a little bit more research. They start to think a little bit deeper. And I think
I'm sorry.
So guys, can we just talk about how cool it is that Christos is stepping into a new space with jiu-jitsu? We don't really have anybody who streams or does good kind of stuff. I gotta say, it's pretty sick stuff.
This is true.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Hannah, what are you doing?
He's trying to diverge the conversation. Dude, you just messed up the white balance on your camera so bad.
Yeah. Oh God, bro.
No, but look, Connor, I agree with
The
you.
white balance ain't an issue because you got a white ass.
All right.
But yeah, I agree with Anthony. Honestly, if you made this a regular thing that had a schedule or a certain theme around it, this could be a really, really
You're
cool
a nice
thing.
Guy.
Bro, this is the easiest thing ever. You
Not
just
talking to somebody.
What's that, Anthony?
I'm gonna let you speak. Oh? Wait, you guys can hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. Sorry, it was just low volume.
Oh, I said, James, you're a nice guy, but you are not speaking to somebody. We'll just let you speak the way you want.
Really hope.
Bro, chill in these comments, bro. You're actually gonna get me reported. Christos is my stepfather. He brutally hurts me night after night, bro. Relax, dude.
Bro.
Like, that's the type of shit
I'm
that.
telling the truth.
Yo, why is your kid
Bro,
here, bro?
my favorite comment was Mario wrote like something. He's like, "Yo, bro, turn off the stream, twin. I don't want to watch this anymore."
Yeah.
Turn this off. Oh,
He's he's drunk as hell out in Mexico, just barely able to see typing that.
Oh, that's right. He's in Mexico. Bro, last night I went to the bar for like the 3rd time in my life, and I drank for like the 4th time in my life.
No way.
It
How'd
was
that go?
crazy.
wow.
Dude, I was just saying the N-word everywhere, and like the people were like, "This guy's on." It's like, I'm like, I'm Albanian, I can say what I want, and then they were fucking.
Can we talk
dap me
about
up or,
the?
like, hug
Can
me.
we talk about the redacted Anthony Gojani reel?
Shit, I don't even know what that is.
You remember? You had to delete it. You posted it. And
Oh,
you
no, I
deleted
didn't delete it. No, it's still there. Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
said the
still there.
word. It's a trial reel, so it's not like you can't look for it on my page, but it's.
Oh, that's smart.
I
That's
have
what
a
you've been
reel
telling
where
me
I
about.
said neighbor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, bro, I remember that.
Yeah,
She's so
because
little.
somebody denied the Kosovo cradle, and I was like, this neighbor thinks this doesn't something like that. I was quoting. It's just a quote, so you could say,
Innocent quote.
yeah.
Do
By
you say
some
that?
dumbass. Speaking of my fucking my DVD sales, I messaged 2 people on Tinder about my DVD. They were girls who said they did jiu-jitsu, and so I'm getting sales from dating apps onto my from a dating app to my instructional.
Dude, there's
Wow.
no way you're telling
you're
the
like
truth.
a good businessman.
Look. We have to see these screenshots. I want to see how do you like approach a girl? You're like, hey, I have a like
Oh,
like
that-
freaking
You ever heard of the
BJJ
Kosovo
fanatics
cradle?
instructional.
DVD sales, here's the first.
Like what do you say? Like paint the picture for us. Like I'm the girl on Tinder. You're trying to sell me your jiu-jitsu instructional. Okay?
Give me your phone number, else I'm gonna kill myself. Please, please, please.
That's 100% getting clips. 100%.
Better.
It's like works 99% of the time.
The other 1%, he kills himself.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's see if anyone. I think it's going to be a similar thing. I asked people to give questions in the chat, and it's holy shit. Christos looks so juiceable right now. All right,
Guys, use some critical thinking. What are some good questions? We got a whole panel of highly intelligent jiu-jitsu athletes
Anthony.
Debatable.
I don't know about that.
with a mind for
Does
politics.
somebody say
And
my name?
Yeah, okay. Twice or Le Seraphim?
what?
Le Seraphim, but I'm not even really a big fan of Le Seraphim or modern K-pop by that standard.
Oh, they're talking about
Unfortunately,
K-pop.
one of the biggest movements in modern K-pop has died with New Jeans losing their lawsuit. They were the only real innovators in the field of.
They were the
K-pop,
realest ones.
otherwise-
I feel. It's like they were the
Yeah, yeah.
pioneers of girl groups, and look what happened. And
Yeah,
look what
dude,
happened.
because they had.
K-pop.
Real quick, guys, shout out to Mikey Zucchelli.
Hey.
Putting on one of the best events. This is a shirt he made with him and his dad. His dad has dementia, and he reps him, paint him on the school. Really good guy.
Yeah, Mikey's the man.
So wait,
Yeah, dude.
I didn't know this about you, Landon. You're into K-pop. Like you like
I'm a
K-pop.
connoisseur, is what you could say. I'm a connoisseur.
You're a connoisseur.
Landon's the
I
zestiest
realize what
straight
it
guy.
takes. I
We've
realize-
known each other for years now. I didn't know this about you.
And they encapsulate the viewer, I feel like.
Bros.
How? Look, okay, give me one redeeming quality about K-pop music right now. One redeeming quality.
Do not redeem.
You're asking, oh, you like K-pop?
I'm just kidding, bro. You can relax.
No, but like for real though. Like, let's just be honest. What's so great about K-pop music? Like other than for like little
Okay.
girls.
It's a bunch
If
of little
you
pretty
go-
Chinese ladies are dancing around. Sorry.
Yeah, like they're like if you're a guy like Go Johnny, then yeah, that's your reason. But if you're like someone who enjoys watching perfection,
What's so
then
perfect about it?
yes, well everything. It's the what do I say? It's the embodiment of peak.
That dude, it literally is first of all, it's musically redundant and just so unoriginal. And like this is the thing is that you could say that about like pop music, like certain aspects of pop music where like oh like that's
Let me stop you there because
Landon's
I
like-
agree with
Landon's
you
like-
completely. One sec. But there was a group recently, New Jeans, that was changing all that, but unfortunately they got caught in a lawsuit. But they were making innovations in the K-pop industry, and that's what was so unique about them. But I think since their group's done, K-pop is probably like dead now.
yeah.
They don't
Look,
sound
I'll
like
give
that
you the
shit.
benefit of the doubt. I think there's always outliers and good peoples and multiple fields. There's always going to be an outlier, but on the whole, you can't say K-pop is a serious musical genre. It may have a large fan base, but it's like saying McDonald's is really popular and it's awesome. It's like objectively McDonald's is cheap, easy, and whatever, but it's not the best. It's not perfection.
Oh yeah, of course. It is. It's not the best. That's why New Jeans had to leave, because now it's not what it was. It went from Fogo de Chao to McDonald's. So I understand.
It was never Fogo de Chao, bro.
Landon,
it was
I feel like we
always-
met you at a very Chinese time in your life.
Oh yeah, I feel like I'm a Chinese man trapped in a white boy's body, which is fine because like white boys got motion, but like I feel like one day I'm gonna wake up and I'm just gonna know that like I'm pretty Chinese today. Like I don't know. I just understand what it takes.
And that's on period.
Landon,
I
let's
just understand what it takes.
what makes you Chinese? What makes you feel Chinese?
Well, it's not. I'm done. I can't
Well,
do
now
it.
you're here.
You can't back down now, bro.
I can't. I broke character. Like, go off and be stupid. I can't do this anymore.
Bro's got a whole nation on his back.
Give him a couple drinks. He'll show you the accent.
Yeah, you're gonna have Hannah do that.
What'd you guys spend your Sunday doing?
Hmm?
What'd you guys spend your Sunday doing?
Cleaning.
Yeah, ask him.
Cleaning.
Just gooning.
Yo.
Dude, I went to church.
Yeah, same, bro. Gooning, cleaning, church. Come on, guys, step it up.
Connor's responsible. He has his stuff together. Landon,
Are you
Wait, guys.
you Greek Orthodox too?
I'm interested in Orthodoxy. I'm not like I wouldn't say I'm Greek Orthodox, but I respect a lot of their beliefs, and I think I'm very interested.
Bro
I would like
looks
to
like he's a
go
magician.
and check them out.
Respect.
I definitely respect them
Dude,
more than the Catholic Church.
I brought Connor to my church, which is a Greek Orthodox church that I grew up going to, next to my old house where I grew up.
Yeah.
Connor lives like a 5-second walk away. It's so close.
Wow.
That we pulled up there once together, and he's been going there ever since.
Wow.
Is that where you still going, Connor? Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, and funny enough, actually, a cool little story. You might like this one. Is so we had the priest that normally goes to our church and does liturgy. He's actually in Greece right now, and so he went there for a few weeks to visit the people up there. And so we have different priests kind of cycling through, just from around. And the gentleman who was there today is actually from Jordan. So it was crazy that we had a Greek Orthodox priest who grew up and lived in Jordan.
Wow.
And it was actually really interesting because we spoke to him afterwards, and he was saying that it's kind of unnoticed, but places like that, especially Jordan, they're seeing a big boom in the Christian population. And in the Middle East, they're starting to see a lot more of a swing towards it, I think, as Anthony touched on briefly. But yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yo,
It was cool to
Albania's
see
not in
how
the
it-
Middle East.
That's not great.
Not a fucking.
No, but I would have to agree with you.
Close enough, bro.
That's so cool that that guy came from a great basketball player.
But that's really cool, Connor. I like what were you originally? Did you grow up Greek Orthodox, or were you a convert?
So I have so I grew up in a Catholic household originally. So my grandparents were Catholic, but it wasn't a very practicing Catholic household, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It was more of a no, I don't want to say a facade, but almost on face type of Catholic. We went to church on Sunday, Christmas and Easter and all that kind of stuff. But then as time went on, I just kind of separated away from the church and just kind of did my own thing. When I did come back, I initially came back into a Protestant denomination and started just reading the Bible through that and just kind of getting back into it. And then as Christos touched on briefly, he brought me into the Greek Orthodox Church by my house here. And I just started, speaking to people over there. I went back to a Catholic church as well. But just for some reason, man, the Orthodox Church is kind of into it, the history of it.
Yeah.
And,
So
What are y'all's favorite Pokemon?
Wait up.
dude, we're talking about real stuff, bro. Okay, fine.
Bro,
Definitely
You
Charmander.
guys know Cliff? I live 45 minutes away from Cliff's church.
Oh, dude, we went and
This
saw
is
him. We went and saw
That's
Cliff
so
and
cool,
Stu.
dude.
Bro, have you been?
Nah, bro, I've been meaning to go.
Dude, you should. Bro, we went and saw them in Austin a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was good.
Bro, there were so many people. Not only was the inside of the building packed, we couldn't get in the building.
Was shaking.
What? You're so retarded, bro. Nah, but we couldn't even get in the building. We had to sit outside on the lawn. Bro, even sitting down on the ground, it was packed outside on the lawn. So many people pulled up, and that was only one to...
And the main demographic was guys our age.
It was everyone was our age, yeah. It was super cool.
Was Lanchan there? Did Lanchan go with you guys?
He pulled up. Lanchan pulled up.
And then Chan pulled up.
Let's
Yeah,
go,
but
dude.
Trey was also there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's crazy.
Who?
Trey.
Anthony?
Middle East mentioned.
I seen that. Yeah, who is this? Who's SR50139 or 93?
Middle East mentioned.
We've been steadily above 10 people or about 10 people.
I think we peaked at 21.
Something like that. All right.
Yeah, bro.
I got to figure out how to disable the soundboard for other people.
So, what was the key factor that really brought you over to Orthodoxy, specifically Greek Orthodox? Was it just the vibe, the people, the culture, or was it something else?
No, I
wasn't
think
a
the main
southpaw.
thing. I mean, the main thing was, it was definitely a choice between Catholicism and Orthodoxy based on the history of the church.
Yeah.
I think when you look at the way that Christians were practicing for 1,500 years before the schism, or the Protestant Reformation, should I say, it was a certain way of worship. It was just the way that they always did things. The Eucharist was more than just symbolic.
Yeah.
And so I started looking at who's still practicing things in that way. And in my opinion, obviously people have their own. I always found that the Catholic Church had things as far as with the second with the second, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But basically, when they have the councils and talk about how to reform the Catholic beliefs, what they believe, the things as far as different religions being saved, us having the same God as Muslims, things like that, kind of turned me off to the basis of what the Catholic religion is now. And I sort of turned towards Orthodoxy. I looked at the way that they do the liturgy, the way that it's still the same way as it was, in 300 AD. And that was the main deciding factor. I'd say history was probably the biggest part.
Anthony, chill out, bro. This is some good stuff he's talking about.
No, I'm in a similar space too. It's when you look at the history, around roughly 300 years after Christ, right? There was the split between the eastern and western parts of Rome, which was largely the split of the church, right? The west being Catholicism, and then the East being the Byzantine Empire, Orthodoxy, right? And I think the huge part of the split that I studied, at least, and I'm still learning, I'm not an expert, but it was basically the argument that the Pope isn't perfect. No man can be perfect, right? And I think the papacy was probably the largest deciding factor, at least for me, that I don't really like Catholicism, because I think, like you said, the original church, the original way they did things is orthodoxy, and they have they have like a good hierarchy, a good leadership in the church, but it's not like the Pope, where it's not like God's word on earth, because we can't be God. We're not perfect. We're humans. And so I think that's something that really spoke to me, and I really like the system and the discipline of orthodoxy. I also see from the Protestants' perspective and Luther, because what happened is that the monopoly that the Catholic Church created, where only the priests could interpret the Bible and learn the language of the Bible, and then when Luther and the Protestants in that schism, they made it so that all people could read and all people could interpret the Bible. And so I think that's a good thing. That was a good, necessary thing. But I do agree with you that I think that the orthodoxy is probably the most true out of most like common religious norms. I think that's why it's trending so much now, is because it's like you said, you look at the Catholic Church and you look at how it's supporting Muslims, supporting Judaism in a lot of ways, and co-aligned, like, for instance, like the Red Cross and stuff, they'll all donate to the same people, and you wonder who those people are, right? And you wonder where this money is going, and it just doesn't seem right. It's like the thing with a church and an organization that is a religion. The problem is that for me, that I've struggled so much, is that I believe in the Word. I have a testimony of Jesus Christ. I believe in the Bible so far as it's translated correctly. And I think there's so much valuable nuggets that you can take away from like the sacrament and all the different types of sacraments and the vows that you create, the covenants that you create. But the problem is that I think what people get hung up on is the church organization. They look at the church organization and they identify it with the word and the message of Christianity. We're totally different things. It's like people talk about, oh, well, people have done horrible things in the name of Christianity. It's like, yeah, people have done horrible names in the name of everything. We're humans, right? But that doesn't make it any less true. You know what I mean? And I agree with you on that.
You shouldn't judge people, though. You should judge Christ. That's what I tell people. Don't look at humans. Look at Christ.
Yeah, 100%. And that's basically what I'm trying to say. It's so true. I just think that, like, at least for me, when I was trying to figure out my journey of faith, is that the number one factor that kind of turned my mind around, because for me, I have to prove for myself. I can't be objective and be like, well, my family believed in Christianity, so I'm going to believe in Christianity. Like, I can't rely on other people's opinions. I have to know for myself. And so the way I figured it out, kind of worked it out in my mind, is that, okay, how, like, out of every other religion, how did we develop like the ideas of equality, of personal freedom, of like actual true freedom and repentance, and these ideas of like literally civil rights and like social justice they all come from Christian values. Like, you look at Islam, 100%. For instance, it's totally exclusionary, and it's totally different, and just in principle, by nature. People say, well, all religions are evil, well, all religions have problems. It's like every other religion, other than Christianity, has this schism and kind of exclusionary aspect to it. Islam's literally talk about killing non-believers. This is their holy war, the jihad. Same thing with Judaism, where the people of Moloch were Gentiles, goys, right? And you even look at Buddhism and Confucianism, Taoism. They all have this aspect of moral ambiguity or absolute right, and exempting or cutting off other people that aren't of the religious ethnicity of where the religion was developed. Christianity is the only religion that actually connects all those things together. The only reason we have a civilized society, the only reason we have these ideas of freedom, of actual value of human life versus just like in Islam, women and are treated like animals. You know, it's just not the same. And so that's what really kind of turned my mind around. Is like, okay, well, how you value human life? Like, if we're just atheists, you know, we're all just highly intelligent, like monkeys.
Space
you know,
dust.
like there's no emotion in us. Everything is just a chemical firing in our brains. Everything what I'm doing right now is a way to create hierarchy and power, so that I can, like, basically get more of my gene pool out. Because the more power I have, the more women that I can impregnate, and then my genes will proliferate. And that's like the idea. You know, like you look at evolutionary theory, that's what it is. You know what I mean? It's how successful can my genes be, and how ruthless can I be? You look at like someone like Genghis Khan, and from an atheist perspective, very, very successful specimen.
But
You know what I
can't
mean?
make an
Very
argument
successful.
From an atheist perspective. There's the problem with the atheistic argument too is that a lot of things don't have basis for what you argue. It's just all preference, right? It's like
Exactly.
whatever you believe is just based on whatever you feel like. And if the majority of people feel the same way that you do, then it should be okay. And it's a pretty like baseless house of cards. I think with stuff like that, I mean, you have to look at the scripture itself. I mean, there's somebody said something to me that really like rang a bell, and what it was in particular was that if you look at the totality of history for all 5,000 years, when 2,000 years ago Christ walked the earth and he stood up there and he said the Beatitudes, right? And he said to his disciples to love your enemy and pray for your enemy, pray for those who persecute you. If you look at the totality of history before then and the totality of history after then, there's been nobody who's ever made more moral statements and statements of that level of high morality in any of recorded history. And the fact that that statement was made by a man who then claims to be God, and you know, obviously all the miracles and the Shroud of Turin and all that kind of different stuff, you can kind of put a bunch of different things into it. I think it just points to truth more than anything from any different religion.
100%.
Obviously, like the churches have some of the most confirmed miracles of any religious organization ever. There's people who have been healed from insane traumatic injuries, walked again, that kind of stuff. People like St. Paisios, who could predict the future, who would meet people who he's never met before and shake their hand and call them by their name and talk to them about, you know, all the things that they wanted to talk to him about. There's just so many things in this religion that point towards the truth, that, as you said before, when you put all of them down on a list, you compare them all on the basis of morality, the basis of history, truth, all those things. Christianity just by far and away, it's not even a discussion.
100%. And I completely agree with you. You made a stellar point there. And that's basically what I came to when I was like 13. I was just like, man, like how can I define meaning without a concept of a meaningful universe or God? And within that construct, if we look at all other religions, the society that we live in, America, the ideals of America, American freedom, everything that we hold dear in society in general, Western society that developed all the technology we use, literally everything as we know it was created by the cultural boom that happened after Christ came. Like,
hey, bro, I'll say it with my chest. Islamic countries suck. No one wants to live there. We all know it.
Yeah.
The happiness rating in there is absolutely terrible. Okay, nobody has rights. Everybody hates it. And,
Is
bro,
that true?
I can say this firsthand because it's so true. I have family members who lived in Iran before while the Shah was still in power, and the way that the quality of life went downhill, especially for like my cousins out there who are female, it's insane, dude. And I will say it with my chest anytime that I can, bro. Like, these people who want to bring these Islamic rule and Sharia law and all that stuff over here, bro, it's insane. It's absolutely absurd.
You're absolutely right. You look at the Middle East and you look at the Persian Empire.
Hold up. Anthony.
Yes.
What's up? Let's let Anthony eat over.
You know, a broken clock's right twice a day. You know, I don't think taking away women's rights is really that big a deal. I think that's actually something me and them could agree on. But what I do have to say is earlier you did say Martin Luther, the best thing he ever did was translate the Bible. And I got to disagree with that. I think Luther did some pretty good things for race relations back in the 70s. But yeah, you guys can continue.
That dude was on.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm done.
Okay, Landon. Thanks for stopping by.
We
love
appreciate
bro.
you.
Later,
Hey,
Landon.
go to church. Go to church on Sunday.
Yeah, bro, we missed you, bro.
Next week we'll kidnap him.
Bro, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll kidnap him next weekend.
How's your cat, Landon?
This is good. He's got to eat. That's why I'm getting out.
See you, bro.
Alright, peace,
See you, bro.
He's good.
Nah, I'm so happy you guys hopped on here because and we're doing this with you guys because I've been wanting to start talking about just faith in general more on my socials and public platforms, but
Can I answer one question?
yeah, go for it.
King Baldwin the Fourth was a G. All right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what James was just gonna answer that
Stood up-
because someone's talking about him in the
stood
chat.
up as a teenager against some of the strongest Islamic empires and won battles that there is no reason that they should have won.
Yeah.
Zero reason. My bad. Go on.
No, yeah, we could definitely touch on him. He's a gangster. Whoever hasn't seen the movie Kingdom of Heaven, insanely good movie. But no, I've definitely been thinking about this more. I want to start finding ways to talk about faith online and I don't know, just kind of be able to talk about it more freely and let people understand that not only can you believe, but it's okay to talk about it and get around a group of people who also believe. But yeah, it's pretty tricky. I don't know. I feel I don't know. Maybe I'm just scaring myself in my head. All people only follow me for jiu-jitsu and this and that. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. We're trying to reach everyone on planet Earth. So
I think the more and more you align yourself with things that bring you a sense of integrity, success will follow.
probably, yeah.
I think the easiest thing for me is that Christ says himself. I believe it's the last thing, if not one of the last things that he says, is to go preach the word to all creation, right? And it's you never know if that person. The way I always look at it is you never know if that person that you're thinking about talking to him about it, they could have prayed last night that they get a sign, right? That they're please, God said someone, or show me something. And if you just start talking to them about it and bring it up, it could be that one thing that swings them in that direction. By the way, to the person in the chat, Christos actually means Christ in Greek.
I think that's Angelo, if I'm not mistaken. I'm 99% sure that's Angelo.
Dude, to me, Christos just means my buddy from Enigma.
So when they
My
sing
Enigma.
Greek Orthodox,
My Enigma.
they sing
I probably shouldn't have said that.
I'm gonna be
but here we
I'm
are.
gonna be saying that for a long time. My Enigma. That's amazing.
Christos is not the anointed one, not this one. That one is. That's
Yeah,
what-
Christos about to be the oiled one, though, after I oil him up.
All right. Let's see.
Oh god.
This is
Oh man.
this is nice. We got a good variety of people that have stopped by. We've been live for a little more than an hour now. I know the stream's been going glitchy here and there. My Wi-Fi is not the best, but thank you guys for bearing with us.
Yeah, thank you.
What else, guys? What else?
Well, we can touch more on Baldwin. I think that something
Can I
that
touch you?
Thanks, Anthony. Anyway, point being is that I was going to touch upon the Crusades. I think the Crusades were kind of painted in a bad light.
I'll give you some crusade to touch on.
All right, fair enough.
Crusades were baked.
Anyway, what I was going to say is that people think
You know, an
Crus-
Albanian leader was about to launch a crusade.
Really?
Because he was fighting. Yeah, so.
Is that a
look up,
Landon Elmore credit
George
card?
Castrioti. He was an
No,
Albanian guy.
it's my
who-
business card, twin.
I'm sorry.
Oh dang.
Damn, Landon's on the business card? That's
Yeah,
pretty
bro,
fire.
look at this shit, bro. Look at this. Look at
That
this.
flick was so fire, dude. That shit
Did
was
you not
elite.
put this on your business card, bro? Imagine
Oh,
you
hell
did a
yeah, dude.
jiu-jitsu tournament, a dude-
Connor, you know what I'm going to say
No,
about the
that's
business
my
card,
full
right?
screen.
You already know the
That's my
feedback
full
I'm going to
screen.
give, right?
What's the feedback?
What?
I said Connor. Connor already knows the feedback I'm going to give him on this card.
The font. Yeah, you don't like the font.
I always give this guy a shit about the fonts he picks.
Let me see the font. Let me see the font. Hold it up close. I can barely see it. That's a
What
kind
in
of
the
I know,
Times New Roman
Yeah,
is that?
Is that-
what
is
is
that
that?
This is the front. This is the back.
Yeah, why would you pick that? That P looks retarded. Look, Connor, it's
Say
okay.
it on stream.
It looks great.
It's okay.
Look, Landon pulls it together.
He does. All right. You're talking about Baldwin. and
Albanian? No, I want to hear about this Albanian crusader.
Then, oh,
Just
okay.
wait
Yeah.
a-
George Castrioti, him, when he was a kid, the Ottomans invaded and took over Albania. And are you guys familiar with the Ottomans' Janissary system? There's actually
No.
one of the falls there.
I've heard of it, but I'm not familiar with it.
They would kidnap young children of nations they would conquer and raise them up in an Ottoman lifestyle as basically generals, commanders, or soldiers. And it's kind of what also led to the fall of their country, because in a few generations they became a country who had a bunch of leaders whose interests were their own small lands or where they came from.
Yeah,
Let's
kind of
keep
sounds
going.
familiar.
Thank you. So we have George Castrioti. He's working with the Ottomans, and he's taught in their schools of warfare and raised in the Islamic faith and so forth. So one day, he basically some shit happens, and he regains like a national connection to like Albania. So this guy basically decides to leave, convert to Christianity, and fights in Albania for 40 years, goes undefeated against the Ottomans, winning
Wow.
battles where it's like 1,500 soldiers to 20,000 Ottoman invaders, 7,500 Albanians versus like some estimates were like 60 to 80K Ottoman invaders, and they were able to stop these sieges.
Holy cow.
Anyway, the when he asked the Pope for help, they sent him like 60 soldiers. When he asked the Pope was like, he's like, yo, let's start a crusade. Like, I'm holding them back.
Yo,
We
let's
could go
start a
fuck 'em up."
crusade. Said the
And the
Pope.
Pope basically left him on red.
This is why you never rely on the Catholic Church. Orthodoxy.
The Pope left him on red.
Dude, that's crazy. So wait, what is this guy's what is this guy's name? I want to write it down on my phone so I can study him, because this piques my interest. Go
And
Johnny.
he just died.
He's just died.
One sec. We reappeared. So, the guy's name is G J E R J. Yeah, that's fine. And then his last name is Kastriot. George Castrioti. His nickname was Skenderbeg, which they nicknamed him Alexander.
Okay.
The Ottomans actually nicknamed him that.
I'll
Most
write you
Albanians
about
call
him on
that, but since
Instagram
we're
later.
the Catholic ones, we call him. Huh?
I'll write you about him on Instagram later. I want to like study this guy now fully. This is exciting.
Yeah, bro. I was actually I went to Albania for the first time because, like I said, my family was from Kosovo. So whenever I visit Kosovo. I went to Albania for the first time over, I think it was last summer. No, what did I do last summer? Okay, this recent summer I was in Vegas. The summer before this one. And it was really neat, dude. I went to a lot of the castles where he had fought defense, and they have like a bunch of historical facts and cool shit. But nah, he was a YN.
You guys familiar
So,
with
that's
Saint,
pretty cool.
Saint Longinus?
I think so.
Did he have a long penis?
All right.
I knew you were gonna say it. I knew it. Bro.
This guy's not real, bro.
Evangelion.
I thought of it too,
Dude,
but I
Neon
wasn't gonna say
Genesis-
it.
Neon Genesis Evangelion, they have this thing, it's like the spear of Longinus, you know?
Yeah,
They have, like-
So he was allegedly the Roman guard who stabbed Christ's side.
Oh, the
Yes.
blind one.
Yeah,
When-
he was
And
blind.
so he had an eye. He had an eye impairment. They say like basically tradition says he wasn't like fully blind. That he was like he had eye impairments, and the blood and water hit his eyes and like cured his vision. And he actually ended up, he was a pagan, and he went and converted to Christianity after all that happened. And he ended up traveling like all around the world and preaching that he Christ to all the world. And he got captured by Roman authorities, and for his punishment for everything that he did, they took his eyes out and they took his tongue out. And tradition says that after that happened, he would be able to like see, like walk up to people and know who he was speaking to and speak perfect without a tongue. He was
Wow.
still able to speak perfect. And yeah, and he ended up like preaching to all of,
You could
and
tie
he
a
converted
cherry
like
stem.
thousands of people. He converted thousands of people to paganism based on his testimony of everything that happened to him with his eyes.
Wow.
That's so gangster, bro.
I've
That's
heard
so,
I've heard this story before. It's incredible.
dude. That's like such a like extreme example of like being persecuted and still also just like doing whatever it takes to get the message to as many people as possible.
Yeah.
So, bro, you can talk about Jesus on YouTube. All right,
Sure.
like
Yeah.
Longinus is out there
Chill.
getting his eyes gouged out, all right, and still preaching without a tongue. You can do it, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's so true. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. It's such a great story. I think, like, growing up, it seemed like, like, oh, go preach the gospel to your neighbor and stuff like that. And, like, constantly, it's not like, I thought it was going to be like a Molly Mormon, Peter Priested, kind of square. And, like, hell yeah. That's awesome.
Sorry.
But,
Bro said, "Hell yeah!" What a retard,
bro, look, that's a perfectly fine thing to say.
God knows his heart. God knows his heart.
Yeah, 100%. Look, and anyway, point being is that what I'm trying to say is that, like, growing up, you don't, like, it was something that it seemed kind of hokey and, like, corny to, like, just constantly, just preach the gospel. Now, I was so adverse to it, and I was kind of, like, rebellious in the fact that I didn't think that I was, like, going to be, like, a super devout Christian. I didn't understand. And like I said, once I had that, like, switch, and I was, like, very young, and I was like, I have to figure out what I actually believe in, what are my values. It totally changed, and it's just something that I do in my everyday life now. Like, I'm in an Uber, and I'm talking to this guy, and, like, it's not even like I bring it up, but just God will come up because I'm thinking about it. I'm constantly bringing that in my life,
for sure. That's beautiful.
Bro, you just gotta. I feel like it's.
You
it's
sound
so
fun
easy
at a
for-
party.
Dude, he's the most fun at the. Bro, you pull up to the function with James Powers, you're in for a good night.
He's like, do not drink that. That is against the.
Someone,
But Jesus put the water into wine.
Angelo asked,
I'm not that kind of.
did any of you go to religious school?
Jesus
Didn't want to
turned
say
water
only Catholic
into
school.
wine at a party.
What's that,
He
Connor?
likes partying. Jesus
What do you say?
literally turned water into wine. Turned water into wine. He likes people at a party. He likes people partying and having a good time.
All right.
You can't make it your master.
Angelo asked, did any of you guys go to any sort of religious school or didn't want to say only Catholic school? I never did, bro. I feel like, dude, I grew up. My parents.
An OnlyFans.
Bro, shut up. My parents are Christians. Like, I was raised a Christian, but I never. It was just kind of like a title, bro. Like, I really never actually started taking my faith seriously. I would say till this last year or so, and
Oh yeah. At what weight class?
but it's a lot of what I've learned about, or a lot of what I've learned has just been through YouTube, or a lot of stuff obviously pops up on Reels and social media. Like people like Cliff Connectley, Stuart Connectley, who we were talking about earlier in the stream. People like always uploading content. Not only them uploading it, but other people uploading their content, people's content like that. It's good.
I think guys like Cliff Connectley are great for people to like get their entry point into Christianity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And because I mean I don't know if you guys saw any of his debates, like where he debated with some Orthodox Christians, and he kind of just gets very flustered when conversations start going a little bit deeper than like Jesus loves you and you just got to believe. So I think he's a good entry point, and that's where I feel like branching out to people like God Logic or Sam Shamoon or like people like that. Even like, bro, I mean, Nick Fuentes is like, his theology is pretty solid. Like he's pretty on point with the stuff that he believes. So like branching out to people like that, I feel like gives you a deeper understanding of what the fullness of the faith is, and
Yeah.
is, I guess, the best way to put it.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I think one of those entry points for me was
Johnny is so peeved at us talking about religion right now, bro.
Oh no! I was watching something. I'm not.
Oh, twin.
The only thing I'm having an issue with, dude, is like there's so many jokes honestly, and you guys are talking, but you guys just talk too long, so I can't like sneak them in as much.
Bro, we're
Johnny,
talking.
go Johnny. Here's the important question, bro. Is Christ Lord?
Sure, dude. What? It sounds like a setup, bro.
How is that a
You set me
setup?
up.
In what world is that a
The
setup?
way you asked it, bro. You're the fucking dumb man.
Christos, is Christ Lord?
The one and only, brother. Like, I
Christ
don't.
is
Bro, you're laughing while saying it. What the fuck? You see what I mean?
Bro, I'm laughing because how on earth could that be a setup? Like, it's a yes or no question. Angela,
Not
just to
meaning,
kind of
bro.
touch on what you
That's
said,
all.
bro. You said you went to Catholic school.
Go Johnny's
Dude,
trust issues need to be studied.
yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Dude, I genuinely probably could not tell you, like, most of the differences between the different like, branches of Christianity and whatnot. Like, yes, I would like to learn as much as I can. But at the end of the day, like, I don't know, I feel like we should all just be kind of doing the same thing, worshiping Christ, and not really getting hung up and like fighting over little details in each different denomination. I feel like that whole thing is silly. But I do definitely want to learn as much as I can.
So, bro,
about it.
you want to know what's crazy? Is we were talking about the schism earlier. The papal authority was a part of it, but do you know what actually was like the biggest thing? Like the thing that like pretty much was the deciding factor that split up Orthodox and Catholics was the fact that the Holy Spirit proceeded from the Father in Orthodoxy.
What?
and
One more time. Sorry,
Catholicism.
James was coughing.
I'm sorry.
I good. So, the fact that in the original Nicene Creed, which is basically, I believe in one God, the Father, the Almighty, like all that kind of stuff, it says that the Holy Spirit proceeds from the Father, right, and only the Father. That's what Orthodox believe, and that's what the original Nicene Creed says. Catholics believe that it proceeds from the Father and the Son, right? That seems like, as we were saying, like such a small, like insignificant thing, right? It's like, oh, that doesn't seem like that big of a deal. That's the main factor that split the two churches. Just that. The papal authority was part of it, but those two, that
Yeah.
disagreement split two churches completely. So it goes to show you, bro, like even the smallest theological differences can cause a lot of turmoil when it came. Like these dudes were taking it serious. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like that was like dead serious.
Yeah.
Freaking wish I had a Naga belt, bro.
Are you
Naga
a shit
champ.
one? What about two? And the check.
Guys, are we hitting the Naga Worlds this weekend? In where's the Naga World? There's the
I don't
Naga
even
Worlds
know.
this weekend,
I
bro.
don't even know.
Yeah.
Bro, I think I'm actually like the third person to win a Naga check.
A
Love
check?
Catholics, by the way, bro. I just
Yeah.
want to say, like, I love Catholics. Catholics are sick, because I'm seeing it in the chat. Catholics are awesome, valid sacraments. Absolutely love them. My bad. Go on. Dallas, yeah.
Yeah, so like a Naga check. I think I'm like the third person to ever win one.
Really?
Or fifth, like some very low number.
That's kind of cool. They started paying the absolutes. Yo, all right. Since there's not many that people in here, I'm gonna do a little breaking news. Hannah knows about it. Hannah is helping me set some stuff up. Connor, you guys are both involved. Okay.
Oh my god, no
Okay.
way. Yo,
All right.
this is crazy, dude.
Breaking news now?
There's
Yeah.
no way he's doing this.
Yeah. Okay. So I can't get into like crazy details on the reason, but so Greece in February we're not gonna do in February. We're gonna do it another time, and we're gonna stick to that same plan. That again, I don't want to like give up too much, but we're moving the event. It's gonna be in April, and there's just a change of venue, I guess you could say.
Bro, are you just gonna put
It's like
on,
we're doing it at
fucking-
Henzo Gracie Austin.
Not quite.
Look.
Bro,
It's a,
It's a little.
this guy's about to do it in the fucking Madagascar or something. He gets the best.
Yeah.
events
The
in
way
world.
Sean put it, he says I'm trying to get him slimed out by an
Going to
elephant.
Idaho.
So yeah, we're
Oh my
gonna
god, you're actually telling him to go there?
no straight up
Yeah.
we're doing an event in South Africa.
100%.
So Hannah's helping me
Why
get
would
this set up.
anybody do that? Who's even from South Africa?
The Griffiths right here. Holy cow.
So
I'm sick.
so yeah, I figured since there's like not
I call it Rhodesia.
what's that, Carter?
I love that.
That's Zimbabwe.
That's Zimbabwe, but I love the enthusiasm.
No, it's Rhodesia.
It is Rhodesia.
April?
But it's not Zimbabwe is not in South Africa.
I know, it's in like mid-north fucking whatever, but why don't we just do it in Rhodesia? Before Zimbabwe had fucking lamps, they had
All right. Nah, listen. I mean, honestly, yes, yeah, Connor, go
Did you
ahead.
say April?
April.
Rhodesia Summer Slam.
Yeah, it'll be like mid-ish April.
Wait, Connor, you coming?
He's coming. He's
Yes,
coming.
no, am I?
He's coming. He's coming.
Alright, bet.
I'll be a slave.
Dude, bro. Oh, bro, you don't know
Dude,
how
what the
like
fuck?
my life just got so much easier, bro. Because Combat Zone was the exact weekend that we were gonna be
That's
in
right.
Greece, and now I don't have to miss Combat Zone, and I can be. There. Oh, bro, this is awesome.
That's good, bro.
And I get to go to a new place. This is sick.
Dude, Hannah was like getting us all hyped. Like she's sending us all these like tourism reels in South Africa. We're just like, we can't wait
Yeah.
for this trip. So yeah, I
Hannah's
mean,
gonna-
After
Be
there's
our
like
guy.
fucking tigers there and shit.
so yeah, I mean, we will still do Greece. I made so many good connections in Greece that I was organizing a camp to do there, bring a couple people out to teach. I don't know if we probably won't do a camp in South Africa just because I'm confident we would sell pretty well in Greece, but in South Africa, I mean, like Hannah and
Yeah.
Luke are really the only
Dude, in South
people I
Africa,
know.
a fucking bug will kill you.
You don't know, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
You
So
get bit by the fucking wrong mosquito, it's like you're dead for life. It should have you living on a fucking machine, a breathing machine, the rest of your life.
Malaria?
I don't know something. They fucking hook them up to the giant iron lung machine.
Dude, are we
for the
gonna
rest
see
of their life.
Dracus Duplessis?
on Enigma, maybe.
I could low-key organize, like, if you want us to, like, go to CIT, I'm, like, one of my best friends.
Quinn, what do you mean an 18-hour flight?
Bro, that's the one.
That's not even that long.
Yeah.
Planes in Africa. You're gonna have to
30
fucking boat the
hours?
rest of the way
What
there.
the?
Dude, it's how far do you think South Africa is? Come
I
on.
mean, bro, I had genuinely no idea.
No, that's far,
Bro, you're
bro.
gonna be flying.
I mean, like,
Connor.
bro, we went. I mean, bro, I went.
No, but we're not flying, bro. That's the thing. We're not flying. We're taking the TS boat.
And we're taking the TS
I
boat.
live in Haverhill. I'm used to it.
That's good.
Justice is just drive, bro.
It's worth it. That's why if you come, you have to come for, like, 3 weeks to make it, like, a worth it trip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What the fuck,
11
dude?
hour, bruh. All right, bet. I'll figure it, bro. All right, I ain't gonna complain. That's sick.
Don't even stress.
So
I
when's
do that
when's this
every
event,
year.
Christos?
Hang on, everyone's talking. Oh, Hannah, what did you say? You do that every year, you said?
Yeah, like, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like 2 days of your life.
Yeah, but you're an African.
I'm very, and I'm more black than anyone here. Like, in
Say
America.
it.
Wait,
Say
do you
it.
have the pass? Yeah.
Say it. Say it.
Say it.
Say it.
Say it.
Come on. Let's go. Say it. Say it. Say it.
It's like
What
that-
I
it's like the
fucking
Michael
thought.
meme where
Is
he's
this a
like,
safe space?
We're 100% a safe space. You know it's a safe space.
Huh?
This is not a safe space. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say it.
Christos,
Bro
do you
said
have
she's
a
more
February
African.
event? Even the chat's saying, say it.
They're all saying, say it. This is your moment.
Christos, you have
Wait,
to do an
Christos,
event.
when's the Africa trip?
This is going to be in April, so more than likely the event will be April 11th. We're just going to confirm that with the gym. And you'll never believe this. There's a grappling industries in Cape Town 2 weeks later.
out of here.
So we're going to hit Enigma and grappling industries in South Africa.
You're lying to
Okay,
me.
that
There's
actually
no
sounds pretty
way.
Yes.
There's no way.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
How would I explain this to my students? Hey guys, I'm going to compete in an absolute tournament in South Africa. I'm going to not be here to teach you guys for a few weeks to go do this.
So now, I mean, Justin's low key right in the chat. He's like, "Well, you got to do an event in February now," and I wouldn't even be opposed to doing like a one in America before we do that trip.
Who's
Yeah.
Justin?
Butterfly X Justin.
Oh.
Yeah, he's in the chat right now. Justin, you can hop in the stream if you want, bro, and chat with us. Like, you're more than welcome to. Guys,
He's like, all right, guys, we're doing Enigma Montana.
That would be so sick, though. Imagine.
No.
In the mountains?
If we're doing another
A bunch of
Enigma
Native
in the
Americans,
U.S., it's
dude.
gonna be in
Brother,
Marion, Arkansas.
brother.
We
Please.
Yeah.
give them like
I know.
diseases.
The Arkansas card was freaking incredible.
Yeah, you guys were all there.
Yeah.
Literally every single one of you guys was there, and you guys have been to a lot of my events. That was like a special vibe. Very cool stuff.
I think it
Bro,
was
I got
by
so
far my
much
favorite.
motion off that event. I didn't even compete.
It was a good. I know my only thing that I remember about you, Gianni, it was when you told me that my Uchimata was a donkey kick. I
told you
nuts.
that. I think I
No,
probably
like,
said that on the
comment-
commentary.
Bro, I
Hating.
didn't even remember.
You were commenting, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Bro, it's
Yeah.
Justin's claiming
That's
you're
called being a good commentator. That's why.
Dude,
people
we are
listen to me
definitely
commentate
not
on
doing
YouTube.
Enigma Iran.
Iran.
That's Sarush just asked for Enigma Iran. Bro, get out of here.
Bro, context back over.
Yo, in that case, can we
Enigma
do
Tel
Enigma
Aviv.
Gaza in February?
Stop.
Win.
Enigma Tel
Enigma at the
Aviv.
strip.
Hips.
Everyone goes to Vegas. It's like wrong strip.
Bro. Dude, we need to get the BST boys to come to South Africa for Enigma.
That would be the most incredible trip ever.
Yeah, but they need they need to fight like just the local talent, man.
Bro, the local talent in South Africa would clap most of those kids, dude. Except Sean. Sean
Sean's
would
good.
wreck shop, but like all the other
The
guys are
South
pretty.
Africans are good.
I mean, yeah.
Well, there's like two of them. Two or three.
Yeah, I was gonna
Let's
say.
just say,
Like,
respectfully, like all respect in the world, Hannah, but like you and your brother are like the only two South
Bro,
African
I feel
grapplers
like-
I've ever heard of in my entire life.
I feel like all the South African grapplers I know have got eaten by lions or something. Out in the fucking.
Drake is like
Nah,
Drake is Duplessis and your brother are like the only three South Africans I could probably name off the top of my head.
Wait, and there's like Don Madge, who was in the UFC.
I genuinely
Emma.
don't know who that is.
What about Cameron Simons? No?
Cameron Simons, I know. Cameron Simons.
Rhodesia.
Yeah, there's like a few people, I feel like. But, I mean, yeah, it's getting there. The jiu-jitsu's getting there. But, like,
a hole in me,
jiu-jitsu, like, aside, it's just gonna be, like, such a slay few weeks. Because we're gonna go, like, see all the animals and, like,
Can't
you know.
wait, bro.
just...
As Sean put it, hopefully not get slimed out by an elephant.
Yo, very important question: is weed legal in South Africa? Probably not.
It is, actually.
Really? Okay.
Bro, you don't want to
Let's
smoke
go.
weed in other
I feel like a
countries,
kangaroo
bro.
would try to
I would have
procreate
to agree with
Sean.
you on that.
Yeah, you don't.
See his genetics and want to.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I want to pass these on.
I think, yeah, it's like, it's not legal. Well, it depends, because you have to, like, join, like, a club, if that makes sense, to buy it. Like, you can grow it legally, like, if it's just for yourself. But then if you want to, like, buy from a shop, it's like, you have to be, like, you just have to sign up to be a member, and then you could, like, get.
From the shops. Oh, I didn't know it was like.
Africans.
Yes. What about them? Do I speak Afrikaans?
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
You speak it. Say something.
I hate when people do that. That is my biggest
I know,
like.
I also, I'm like, I don't know what to say.
Can you say what time is it right
Say
now?
I am the captain now.
Okay, if I say what time is it, I'm about to see date.
The fuck?
What you think was? You thought you were able to understand? Like,
No, dude. No, that sounds like fucking German though. I was expecting like.
It's like,
boop, boop, boop,
it's
boop,
not
boop,
like
boop,
Dutch.
boop,
It's
like-
got Dutch and like, I feel like it,
Yeah.
like
I was expecting like clicking and like
that's
tribal
Zulu
noises.
and Tswana, and that's like
Twin.
that's different. South Africa
all right,
has
we gotta
15
chill.
Is he still alive?
full of white people, bro. Like, come on.
Is Zulu still alive?
Yes. My maid speaks Zulu.
Yeah,
You have a maid?
Hannah's rich, bro.
Bro, she has a slave. That's so
You have a
cool.
maid?
Dude, a black slave.
Bro.
Wait. So you can just like have black people clean your house in South Africa?
No, it's not. No, like, when you put it like that, it sounds like no. But like, yes, but no. But no, it's not like that. Like, no, I'm like, she's like part of our family. She's so like,
Hey, wait. Does she have living quarters?
no.
Okay.
So you just put her on a leash outside your house?
All right. Here, Justin said so. Enigma Houston in February. Hannah, you down to defend your belt in February? Your absolute title?
Yeah. If I'm in America.
Yeah, in like Houston.
Oh yeah, I'd be down.
Maybe, yeah. We gotta.
But it has to be before Serbia.
It's always the
Oh yeah. When are those trials?
I don't know what day it is, but it's like beginning of Feb.
That's true. Yeah, I forgot about that. I mean, that wouldn't really affect Enigma here, but yeah.
Is that your trials? It's in Serbia?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hopefully mine too, bro. If I get my TS in order,
I know that would be so sick if we can like all go do that.
that would be cool.
I could apply for my Irish citizenship.
You can, bro. It might take a while. Like I've been trying to get my stuff in order with the Greek government for like 3 years now.
I just don't know if I want to like, cause like I just don't know if I want to sully my American heritage. You know, I'm loyal to America. I don't want to get like a dual citizenship kind of thing. You know.
What dual citizenship could you get?
Only one dual citizenship that looks
Irish.
bad.
I have Kosovo. Fucking citizenship.
I feel like I don't know.
Yeah. Damn.
I just would rather like
I'm just sad
live
that I
and
can't
die
run the
as an
fucking
American.
Euro trials, dude.
Wait, what weight would you do?
Me?
Mhm.
What would you think?
77.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
No, I was just asking.
Hannah too. Hannah will do 77 as well. There's no cap in the weight class you do is like above 60, right?
77 or plus 99.
Yeah, there's no cap. Yeah. But like
For
honestly,
women,
like,
it's just like infinity weight class.
yeah, pretty much.
What would you be walking in at that day? How many kgs?
The way you put
Or
things,
try
Anthony,
to.
is so funny.
Probably, I would try to walk around maybe 73, 74 kilos. Yeah. Because I want to. Yeah.
Bucket
But there's some bigger girls. Like.
Some big ass bitches out there.
Yes. They.
Yo,
But
what's the hardest?
Going to South Africa. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's happening, bro. Yeah.
Tweaking.
I called Sean the other day. I was like, "Hey, bro, so just like a little bit of a change." He's like, "What's up?" I'm like, "So we're gonna go to South Africa instead." And he's like, "Who is we?" I'm like, we're going.
We? What do you mean?
Are the tickets dirt cheap? Because like you're very likely to die going on just like the aircrafts there.
Nah, they're like 11 hundo.
Bro, it's with Turkish Airlines. That's the one I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, wait. You should
Bro,
try.
they probably got propellers.
Do like BA. I feel like BA has or what's the other one? American Airlines sometimes has good ones as well.
Fuck American Airlines.
Yo, Justin's the top
Dude, I
fan in
think
here
there's
right
like
now. Justin,
like a
you have, I
2%
think, the
chance
most
that
comments.
South Africa-
Oh yeah, all these comments are you. That's why you're the number one. You got that number one badge. Who else is?
It was his hat, Mr. Krabs. He was number one.
He was number one. Go didn't show.
Okay, let's go like a little bit back to jiu-jitsu. What is like? I don't know. I don't even want to say hardest comp. Or yeah, I'll say hardest comp / like hardest match you've ever had. I'll start with you. What do you say hardest comp or like match you ever had?
Okay.
And why was it so?
Well, I think like you could say like I had a match with Giannis Gracie, and that was probably like the highest level that I've gone against. And I think I did pretty well. I made some mistakes and eventually lost the match. But I don't think that was like the hardest thing I've ever done. I think my like second tournament at like white belt, I trained like a couple months, and I did 80cc Dallas, and it was like a really big bracket. It was like the first time I was ever competing really, because I did like a naga beforehand, but I only had like a couple matches. Like this is like a legit bracket. It's gonna be like tough, and there's a lot of wrestlers in it too, and I was like really unexperienced, and I think I just like it was like the first time I met John, and Jeremy Carl coached me and stuff, and it was like just like the first time I really like got to know some of you guys from like the Henzos and New Wave and stuff. And dude, it was one of the hardest things I've ever done, competing wise, because I feel like I wasn't used to it, and it was super difficult for me to win. Like it was back and forth match, like every match except for like a couple, it was like I was winning off of like 1 point, just scrambling, like trying to. I think that was probably the hardest for me, for sure.
You won that tournament.
Yes,
no?
I did.
Yeah,
I double golded.
Advanced.
No.
Beginner and intermediate.
Beginner, just beginner.
That was your first tournament?
Yes.
That's pretty good, bro. For your first tournament to go win ADC Open, even if it's beginner, those are usually like
That's gangster.
25, 30 guys deep. How many? Do you remember how many people it was?
I don't remember how many people it was, but I had 1, 2, 3. I had like 5 matches, 5 or 6 matches.
So your first tournament, you'd say was your hardest one?
Yeah,
Like physically or mentally?
both. But because I think now like it's not as hard. Like I don't feel like I feel like I'll go against like higher level competition and it's technically harder, you know. But I feel like I'm more mentally prepared and technically prepared than I've ever been.
Sure.
And so it's not as hard. Like I think when I first started, that was probably the most difficult one that I did.
That's fair. That's fair. Hannah, how about you? What's like the hardest match or like just competition experience you've had?
I want to say like when I did 80cc trials like last year, and it was like the semifinals, I think.
This is with Nia Blackman, right?
Like just like it was this Polish girl. I don't know what her name is right now, but she's pretty big too. And like she was just physically strong, and like I was kind of winning, but then I feel like mentally like I kind of wasn't like locked in as much as I should have been, and then like literally I was winning the match, but like we were on like kind of decision like kind of way, and then the last 10 seconds I kind of my mind was like not in it anymore, and she like took me down in the last 10 seconds and like scored.
I feel like I remember this match.
Yeah.
A lot of double collar ties, right? I remember this match, yeah.
Yeah, so that would probably be like the last one. I feel like
Connor, how about you? MMA included, obviously, because you fought a couple times.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu, I was gonna say y'all all are like big dogs compared to where I'm at. It was probably my last fight, honestly, bro, because I fought a kid who had like it was my second amateur fight, and the kid had like 5 fights going into it. He trained out of Teixeira's gym and stuff, so I was a little more nervous for it. And immediately off the bat, the kid was like throwing bombs at me, and in the second round we were like exchanging, and I shot a takedown, and he threw a knee straight up the middle, and just rocked my shit so bad. It was the first time in training or fighting that I saw like a flash of white like that. And it was almost like I checked out for a few seconds because I literally like didn't remember what happened, and then I kind of just like woke back up and saw the kid coming at me. And so he ended up taking me down, and I like threw him in a triangle. He like threw a punch, and I slipped his wrist, got him in a triangle, and subbed him. But it was the first time when I was on my back after he took me down that I was literally sitting there, and it was the first time that the thought ever came in my head of like, dude, should I just try to win a decision or try to make it to decision and just kind of like turn it in? And I was like, nah, fuck that. And this is the first time that like doubt kind of came into my head as I was in any type of like training or competition like that. And yeah, and it ended up actually I learned after that was the fight where I herniated a disc in my neck, and I still came back to win, so I was happy that I kind of persevered through that.
Yeah,
Wow.
bro. Dude, that was a crazy fight. I remember how it went now that you started talking about it. I'm like, oh, yeah. That was crazy. It was like a triangle armbar type thing, or was it all a choke?
Yeah, so I threw him in a triangle, and Nick Fiore, my coach, was screaming at me to armbar him, but I was like, bro, like I got it, like I am not letting go of it because I know I got this kid, and he fell forward, and as he fell, his arm was kind of just there, so I started yanking on it, and I felt it pop, and the ref broke us up, and when the ref broke us up, I saw he was unconscious, so he like fell forward on the ground, like out cold. And so I genuinely, once I figured out that he was out, I felt bad because I was yanking on his fucking arm with everything I had, and he had no defense whatsoever because he was asleep. And yeah, it was a little bit of both, but I think the choke was what did it.
Dude, so you have two fights, two submissions, right?
Yeah, and then I had two kickboxing fights, which I won by TKO.
Dang, bro. Bro does not go the distance. Yeah, you've had some.
Bro,
You've had some.
I low key, bro. I wish I did.
Bro
I
finishes
just, like,
quick.
All right. All right.
I can't argue with you there, Yo Johnny. I'm sorry, but yeah, I got my battle scar now from that fight.
Dang.
Dude, yeah, the surgery you had was crazy. Like these guys might not know, but Connor had a crazy neck surgery for that
Wow.
disc, and they cut you up from the throat here.
Damn.
That's scary stuff, bro.
Yeah, dude, and they accidentally made a mistake, so they also replaced his heart. It's an artificial
Yeah.
heart for some reason.
Yeah, it's a heart of stone, bro.
Go, Johnny. How about you?
No,
What's
sorry.
what's the
Go, Nate.
hardest comp experience you had? And don't say it was when we had to go to battle.
Well, I think that one time I took Viagra, but I don't know if that's what you're asking
All
about.
right, no,
So-
that's not what I meant.
Knew
I'd
it.
have to
The joke was
say-
coming.
My hardest competition experience. I don't really know. I can't think of the
Are you just swinging your
exactly
feet?
what match it was. Yeah, I'm talking to you, bro.
Oh, okay, okay.
Alright. I was thinking about this for a minute. 'Cause I've had some randomly hard matches. Like hard in what context? Like just
Dude, in any context,
Physically,
physically, mentally, like for me, I feel like the comps that I freak myself out the most are like the little random ones, bro. The grappling industries, like the random ADCC Opens in Europe, like those are the ones that I've gotten most nervous for because I
Okay,
feel like I'm
okay, okay,
supposed to win. When I feel like I'm supposed to
Alright,
win,
so-
Yeah.
that shit sucks. When I go in and I'm like, I'll see how I do. I might do okay. That's usually when I perform the best.
Bro, I had one insane weekend where so I had taken a little break from comp, so my body was just destroyed. And that week, like my boys from Ireland were in town, right? And so I went out drinking with them. And again, this was my first time ever going out drinking. And so one of the things you don't learn is that you fall in love pretty quick when you're drinking, you know? And so I had the whole fall in love heartbreak within 24 hours because of the alcohol. And
Yo,
then
turn your camera,
this was
turn your
right before
camera.
the weekend. Wait, what?
Just turn your
Oh.
camera. It just looks so much better. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. This was a few days before the weekend, and I hadn't trained in like a week. I think I was also like injured or something, and I'd also like the alcohol like fucked my body up. And then I was like, okay, I'm pretty upset right now. There's two Nagas over the weekend. One was like a Naga Battlegrounds. It's like a Naga spin-off. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go win these because I think that'll be pretty cool. And I just remember like coming on the mats, no training, feeling fucking just distorted. Like they wouldn't let me sign up. Like I missed the deadline. I was so upset because like, I was thinking about this fucking heartbreak that all occurred within a 24-hour span, you know? And so I went to the Naga and I told them to put me in. I'm like, bro, like I know I missed the deadline, but you guys should put me in. Like I'm gonna win all your divisions that you put me in. So they were like, yeah, blah blah, whatever. I was able to get in the Naga last second, and yeah, I just remember being like in horrible shape physically, and just gassing out in 2 seconds. But like it was just like a flawless run. I was able to secure 2 belts in the check, and there's like just a bunch of matches there where like I don't even I played for points one of my matches. I think I got like all subs except for one, and I've never played for points in my life. But I was digging so deep, I was like looking at this kid, and I was like, I'm so sorry, dude. Like I need to win these belts today. Like this shit will make me feel better.
So Naga
And
was
so that
probably
happens.
your toughest one. You
Huh?
think you'd say?
Bro, it was this weekend. And then the crazier part was the next day, bro. So the next day I expect I have another Naga, and I'm like having a fucking stroke because of all the matches that I had the previous day. So I expect, okay, I'm going to compete against some shitters. And in comes in the first guy who his coach has like a gym kind of in my area. It's far enough. Like we have our own zones, but his coach kind of has a gym in my area. So dude, he pulls up with like his super competitive teammate, his coach, and they come in like a unit. I didn't even know he was on his team because he put that he was on another team. And they were like so fucking ready to get a win against me. And I was like, okay, this is a random tournament with less than 100 people. I have my gym. I'm completely exhausted and my body's messed up. Like, if I lose this could be really bad on me. So, dude, the pressure was like insane. You know, because again, it's like I coach a gym. It's like this guy who kind of sucks. What if he comes in and he steals a win from me? And then they could say, oh, this and that, you know. And I was able to win that one. They were like freaking out in their corner like the whole time. Like, it was like kind of strange. They were being a little bit rude even. And then the kid comes up to me after and he's like, Bro, I don't want to make an excuse, but it's Ramadan, so I'm a little bit tired. We must have a rematch. I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. I win my next match with a Kosovo Cradle against the guy the guy who I went against, he beat the first guy. And so that kid just had a bad day altogether. And he wasn't no slouch, but yeah, no, it was just a very hard week. You know, it was like very long, a lot to endure, and like a lot of pressure when they're from like things that there really shouldn't have been, and like a lot, like I put myself in a bad condition where like if I lost that match, like I could have lost a lot, you know.
I think
And
you think that in your head,
some,
but
Yeah.
probably not, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're the only one that would.
So
For
I'm
some
more
reason.
interested about this falling in love in 24 hours. Explain,
Yes.
like, who is this girl?
Oh, it was my friend's sister.
All right. I know which friend he's talking
Bro.
about, bro.
Wait a minute.
No, we're moving on.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, it wasn't his. So
It was
Please,
another
please
friend.
elaborate, Anthony.
I'm known as the guy who falls in love with his friend's sisters. Not falls in love, but I get crushes on like all my friends' sisters because all my homies have just like these the most beautiful sisters, bro. They're like made in heaven or something. Like, made by God's hand, bro. Like, I don't know who fucking blessed me with homies that have beautiful sisters, but any homie that I've had who has an ugly sister, like things just never pan out.
What do you mean they don't pan out?
What?
Like they switch up on me at some point. It's like if you have a pretty sister, like, will you
So
get
that's a red
sister?
flag.
You don't.
If
So wait, like
Exactly.
this girl that you fell in love with. What was the circumstances? Like lay it out. Lay out this. What was the
So
story?
for like months and months or like years, like we had some beef between each other. Lord even knows what. But like we wouldn't talk to each other, and then she was being rude that day or whatever. And then drinks came on, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll drink." So then she started feeding me a lot of alcohol, and then there was like a lot of like flirting going on after being fed a lot of alcohol, and then you know stuff kind of fizzled out by the end of the night. And yeah, you know.
you know.
What other questions you got here? Though?
Let's
Like,
see.
That, I can go deeper in. Like if there's anything that you're curious about in that.
What I'm curious about is what ended this your rose tinted glasses outlook on this whole situation. What like snapped you out of it and truly broke your heart? Like what
Oh,
was
getting
that?
sober.
What it was? What? What did you say?
Getting sober.
Getting
The
sober
next day.
makes sense. But I thought you said you like
Yeah,
all
I
of
was
your
like-
friends, like sisters. So like what like when you got sober, you just decided that you hated her again. Like what was like what was the thought process?
No. She's attractive. Like she's pretty, but like the strong feelings I had towards her were just like gone, you know.
All right, guys. James, you first. Actually, Hannah, you first. A gay son or thought daughter?
Ooh.
You can't kill yourself.
Hey, yeah, you can't kill yourself.
I think. Dang, that's a hard one. I feel like maybe rather daughter.
Okay, but her snap score is like 6 million.
I'm still gonna have to go with that one.
Dude, I don't know. What do you think,
She can
bro?
come.
Okay, well, explain your reasoning. Like, get into it. Why?
Oh my gosh. I'm not trying to get canceled.
Okay, we'll move on. Connor, I'll change it up for you.
What if her name is?
What do you mean change it up?
No, I'm gonna change the question up for you, Connor. Would you rather have a gay son and a thought daughter, or marry a obese Jewish black woman that has 8 children with 8 different baby daddies?
Killing myself is not an option.
Not an option. Just A or B. It's either gay son and thought daughter, or you have to marry the obese black Jewish woman
Can you
with 8
divorce her
children.
after?
No, you have to like care for her children. Like her children need you. Like you.
Is there a
need to care
prenup?
for-
I,
No.
oh, can I ask?
You leave your ass, you
clarifying
don't leave with
questions?
halves.
Let me ask 2 clarifying questions. With the first one, can I have other kids?
You're saying like if you have the the gay son and the thought daughter, like can you have other kids?
Can you make more?
So if I have gay, so I'm hold on. Let me.
No, they're your only 2 kids.
Only 2.
Only 2 kids.
Okay. I can't have any other ones.
None.
By no stretch of imagination, like there's no way.
The only other scenario where you have other kids is you're the stepfather to 8 other ones from 8 other baby daddies from the lady.
Not cheat on her.
No, you're like no. The kids need you, bro. Like
Now you're like,
need
No.
you.
No. Oh, no. Okay, fine. Well, her kids?
Yeah. No, like you have to take care of them.
Cheat
Like
on her
they're
kids.
like yours now.
Oh, this is terrible.
Hannah's thinking about it too. She's like, dang, what would it be worse?
I'm gonna go. You know what, bro? Honestly, I'm gonna go gay son, thought daughter, and just disown them and never speak to them.
Well, because going back, I feel like I'm also gonna pick that one, but I would probably disown them, but I would just make it very clear that I'm not like happy with the lifestyle.
Yeah. I like where Hannah's going with that.
I'm never speaking to them, bro. They can get the fuck out. Like, no.
Anthony, how about you? I know you got something to say, bro. I see you just.
Before I say anything else, I just really gotta say, thank you, Christos, for involving us all in this show. I'm having a blast being on it, and this is a cool thing. So
Yeah,
really
we appreciate you, bro.
I'm happy you guys are down to spend a couple hours with me on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, dude. Fucking get that.
Amazing save.
James to answer first.
What? What was your question? I'm
James
sorry.
wants you to answer.
James, you answer first.
I answer first. Okay.
I can say it. I'm Albanian. What's the problem?
Okay. So there's so many things to unpack here. Okay. So first of all, I'm gonna answer the first question: gay son or thought daughter? Okay. Number one, we have to look at the gay son. So this is the thing. Being gay.
We got ends in the chat. We got ends coming in the chat.
Okay, but let's get down to business here. Okay, so number one, let's lay out the guidelines here. So usually homosexuals have a hormone imbalance as they develop, and their XY chromosomes develop differently, usually because of fluoride, atrazine, lead poisoning, mold. There's a bunch of different factors that lead to
What did you just say? Lead poisoning and mold?
lead poisoning and mold can lead to neurological disorders that literally. Anthony, I'm talking.
I quite literally have never heard this. I'm interested. God
Okay.
forbid a brother listens.
So this is the thing, is that you can look at Alex Jones turning the freaking frogs gay. That's a funny meme, but it's true. Atrazine in the water. We talk about like all of the pesticides they're using, all of the microplastics in our food, in everything that we use.
Control medication in the
So
water.
yes, 100%. They are systematically lowering hormones, making men more effeminate, and causing homosexuality on a large scale, and also mental conditions like wanting to be trans and whatnot. So my point being is that a gay son, depending on what age he has these feelings, can be salvaged. So for instance, let's say he's 8, 9. He has really low testosterone. He thinks he's gay. He has all this
I
stuff.
thought the rules are that he's gay forever.
No, I'm getting there. What I'm saying is that a gay son can be fixed through proper nutrition, through and a bunch of different things you can do with hormones.
That's actually there.
Electroshock therapy.
100%. But what I'm saying is that the things can change. Okay? Also, if it's permanent, that's a tragedy. But what I'm saying is that the gay son can still be like a decent human being, too. You know what I mean? They can still have values, but they have gay feelings. You know what I mean? So that's one aspect of it. Now let's go to the thought daughter. Thought daughter means that she's made
No, you can keep going. James Powers systematically attacking homosexual hormones.
Yes! That's going to be the name of my instructional whenever I release it. 100%. But back to systematically attacking the problem. So, thought daughter. 100%, this means that she has a person. In order to be a thought daughter, you have to come of age and make unreconcilable integrity decisions that compromise your values, right? And you show your lack of integrity. And it's kind of permanent mistakes, too. Because you're making these serious lifestyle decisions.
I feel like I'm being attacked here.
Maybe you had like an abortion. You know, it's just a bunch of bad stuff that comes along with that lifestyle, right? She can also come back and become, you know, a good person. She can repent. She can change her lifestyle, but it's very unlikely. So I think out of both options, for me as a man and as having a son, if I had, you know, 2 like children, and I was like, I have to choose one to be gay or one to be a thought, it's really, really difficult. I would lean towards having a thought daughter because it's not as permanent as homosexuality, and they can, you know, repent and figure out a way to change their life so they become more of a functional human being. But at the same time, it's like your son could be changed by different aspects with, you know, testosterone and different things of that nature, and healing some of the toxins that are happening to be in their body that created those lack of hormones at the developmental stage. That could be an aspect of it, but he also still could be a good person, and the thought daughter could still be a horrible person, and he still's homosexual. So it's a really hard problem to unpack. I think, what?
Can I give my answer to the question in a very simple manner in my thought process?
You already gave your answer.
No, I didn't. I didn't get asked this question.
Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I did change it up, Connor. That's my fault.
Yeah. All right. It's super easy for me, and let me break it down why. Okay. My son is gonna have my last name, and that's the only last name that he's gonna have. Okay. And that dude is gonna bring on my family lineage. Okay.
Yes.
My family's lineage will be with a son that is gonna have a wife and have children. Okay. Not
A
some
big
dude
booty
that's getting-
Latina.
Not some dude that's getting drilled in the ass. Okay. That is as simple as it gets. Okay. Thought daughter, shit happens. All right. What do you mean thought daughter? I don't even know who you're talking about. Like, I'll just act like she doesn't exist. Son carries my name. He is the one who I need to be on point. That's all.
Okay, Connor, I'm 100% on your page. I was coming at it from a more of an objective space, But I completely agree with
Oh,
you.
fair. No, I understand.
I completely agree with you. And that's how I feel too. And I talked to my mom. I'm like, Mom, I'm going to have sons. I'm not going to have daughters. Like, I'm going to manifest sons. Because it's the most important thing you can have is a son. Because it carries your name. It's your legacy. It's literally like all a father wants is a son. Like, that's
I want to
like...
go the Placido Santos route, bro. I just need to find a woman who's down. I
Exactly.
need to have 20 kids,
Yo.
bro. I need to have as many kids as possible, okay? I just need to have, like, a whole army, you know what I'm saying? So then when the government tries to come and shut us down, I just have them all with, like, AR-15s just, like, going at it.
Yes.
Waco, Texas.
The earth.
Okay, back
Yeah,
to
literally,
the...
we gotta combat the Muslims somehow.
Exactly.
Yes, 100%. But not just the Muslims. The Zionists.
All right, we're coming up on 2 hours, guys.
I'm going to answer the secondary question, though, the augmented question.
Okay, you do you. You do you. Yeah, I'll let you go.
The black woman with like 10 baby daddies and a bunch of crazy kids versus
Black Jewish woman. Obese black Jewish woman.
Stop. But anyway, point being is that I think
Yo, bro. Let me answer this first question and let's wrap this up, bro. This is chop, James.
okay. I would choose gay son or thought daughter because taking care of 8 other kids and not being able to have kids of your own, at least they're kids of your own and not other people's kids. That's what I would say. Anyway, Anthony, let's
I
go.
like that.
Real quick, guys, is my nose straight or is it a bit gay?
Looks gay.
It's kind of skewed, yeah.
It's kind of skewed.
Which way?
It's well to my left, so you're right, probably.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, I thought so. I got a knock like 2 months
I don't
ago.
see anything. What's wrong? There's nothing wrong with your nose, bro. Don't listen to her. All right, guys.
What's up?
I said there's nothing wrong with
Alright,
your
so
nose,
ask me
bro.
this question.
The gay son or thought daughter?
Gay son, thought daughter.
I don't know, probably a thought daughter.
Why, Anthony?
Because, like, if she has, like, the business acumen of her father, then all of a sudden I'd wake up with, like, a Lamborghini or something.
Bro's trying to pimp out his kid.
I'm
What
sick.
the fuck am I
Bro,
hearing?
you gotta
bro?
make the best out of things. I wouldn't be doing that shit. That's fucking... You just wake up, you get a gift, you know?
You wake up, you get a gift, man. Oh my gosh.
There's only one Anthony Gojani, bro. There's only one.
There's only one, dude.
Bro, what the fuck? A gay son... Your bloodline just ends in the other option.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, bro.
100%.
Bro's like, I don't want to preserve my bloodline, and I don't want to get a sweet, like, supercar.
So just go to Rumble, bro. Go to Rumble, team.
What else, guys? We touched on a lot.
You
We
did
touched
talk
on
a lot. I think the question is, what is the game plan for the future for this show?
The stream? I mean, bro, I stream
must-
like... What's that?
I must go eat lasagna, guys. It was good talking to you.
You're the best, Anthony. We'll see you soon,
Appreciate
bro.
you,
Much
brother.
love, guys. Peace. Christ is king.
Christ is king. Yeah, I think, like, to answer James' question, I think I'm just gonna do this like every night or like every 2 nights for like an hour or so. And I know there's not many people like lingering. There's like 6 people in here still, but most of the people that are sub to me on YouTube are sub to me because of the shorts that I post. And that's cool, but I also just want to like start posting longer form videos, and streaming's just so easy too. I feel like I just threw the camera on, connected them to the call, and then like here we are, and it looks pretty good. I mean, if you guys have any if you guys have any like suggestions or anything.
Yeah, well, I think I want to
better.
start doing my own podcast and stuff, and so we can start, doing group
You should,
conjoined
bro.
things.
I mean, see how easy this is.
Yeah.
This is insanely easy. We need to start setting up like debates. You know what I mean? Like if we had like,
Bro, put me up against anybody on abortion, bro.
Same, dude. We could be a team, bro.
Wait,
Please, bro.
what's your view
Bro,
on
I will
abortion?
straight mercilessly demolish anybody on abortion. What do I think about abortion?
Yes.
Don't you guys? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it should be. I'm an abolitionist. I don't believe that abortion should be legal, and I think that it should be abolished completely. I think that it should be a crime.
Okay, yeah, same. Slay.
Same.
See, this is no fun
I
because we all
also
have the same.
I also don't think that because they're saying that they're going to criminalize it for only the practitioners. I think you should also criminalize it for the people that take part in it too, the women, 100%. So it can't just be the
I don't think it
practitioners.
should be backlogged. I don't think that like once we make a rule, I don't think that we should go back and like be like, oh, you did this in the past. I think you make the law, and anybody who does it past that, you treat it like manslaughter or you treat it like murder.
Right, 100%.
So,
And
so you
what do you like think about like, you know, how people say like sometimes for medical reasons, like if the mom is like gonna die or something, then what do you think about it?
Well,
So,
the
if-
people that
if-
use
if
that
you look at a lot-
argument like to. Sorry, Connor. I'll be quick. The people that love to use that as an argument, you ask them, okay, what percentage of abortions are actually, like, is that the case with, and it's like barely 0.1%. Like, it's just
No, I know it's-
insanely small
I'm saying,
sample
like, in the
size.
case, what do
Yeah.
you think it should be
so
that or
So, if you look at it, right, in most cases, here's the problem that I have with abortion, right? Abortion is the pre, like mal-thought killing of a life, right? What I think is that if somebody's in a dire situation where their life is at risk and the baby's life is at risk, we should take every single medical, like, stretch that we can. We should go as far as we can to save both of their lives, right? Now, if the baby dies in that process, if it's a situation where we're trying our best and you know you do everything that you can, obviously you put the mother's life at full precedent, the baby passes away, your intent in that matter was not to kill a human life,
Yeah.
right? The baby passing is a horrible, horrible thing, and it should be looked at that way. But the malice of forethought is what matters to me, right? If I go out, I find a human being, and I say for any reason whatsoever, I don't think that they should live, and I take their life, I will get put in jail for it, right? But you know, if somebody is going out there and desperately trying, say, you know, I come up along a car crash and I'm doing my best to save this guy's life, he's bleeding out, and he ends up passing away. My whole thought process in that was trying to save him. Now, did he pass away? Yes, and that's horrible. But it's the way that we have our malice of forethought. And it also goes back to the same argument. I'll tackle this one as well, the grape argument, right? Because everybody
That's exactly what
wants to talk about
someone
that.
just said in the chat.
Yeah, 100%. It's horrible, dude. It's absolutely terrible, and I think that we should have much stronger punishments on the rapist, right? I think that
Yeah.
the rapist, if you're found guilty of raping somebody, you should be put to death. That's what my honest opinion on it is.
But yeah,
Someone?
even like with like the whole like people like, oh, but like what if you are raped or whatever, it's still like in my opinion it's like it's not the baby's fault that that's
100%.
that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
If-
and I,
if you
I
meet-
yeah, go for it.
I was gonna say if you meet somebody, right, you have no thought process or foreknowledge of what the circumstances of their conception was, right? Like you have no prior knowledge of how they were conceived, right? I think that there are human beings out there who should not pay for the sins of their fathers, right?
Yeah.
Our parents can do horrible things, and that doesn't forgive what they did. I think that it's terrible. I think that, like I said, the person who does a horrible thing, they have now taken away their right to life, and they should be killed, not the innocent baby. That's my personal opinion on it.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to it, I think that's a very controversial opinion. I think that a lot of people don't agree with me, and I totally understand, and I'm willing to debate that. I just think that when you look at the fullness of the statistics,
If anybody wants to
statistics
come
that's-
debate Connor on abortion right now, let me know and I'll add you to the call.
So
Yes.
I just want to state a statistic for me that really swayed my mind, and it might sway your guys' as well. As obviously you guys agree with me, but something that really brought my mindset to a whole different front. In the totality of pro-choice laws, when they've been motioned in more, it started around the late 70s, early 80s is when a lot more freedom of Should I use a different word or can I say the word? Do you care,
Dude, I
Christos?
don't even know. Hannah said it like 3 times. So there's.
Okay, yeah. So shmortion or whatever, like you know what I mean. Like since it was brought into practice worldwide, there's been roughly 2.5 billion shmortions since the 80s, right? Since about 1980, 2.5 billion. I want you guys to guess how many people in the totality of history in the history of the world, 5,000 years that we have recorded history, how many roughly human deaths that we have in combative warfare in those 5,000 years.
Probably a couple
Anybody
million
have a
at the
guess?
most. Couple million
Nah,
at the most.
it's like I was like half a billion.
It's roughly anywhere from on the low end they say 7 to 800,000, or excuse me, 7 to 800 million,
Yeah.
and on the high end they say 1.5 billion. Okay, so
That's
if you
crazy.
look at it, this is a base statistic, right? You can go look this up. I'm not trying to mess with you. If you don't believe me, don't believe me. Go look it up for yourself. Since 1980, in those 45 years, we have killed 2.5 billion babies on a low end. That's the low statistic, conservative statistic. On the high end statistic of all human mortalities in the history of warfare, including crimes of war, basic warfare deaths, all of those things, totality into one, in 5,000 years is roughly 1.5 billion on a non-conservative end, roughly a billion less. And so when people talk to me about abortion, I just tell them I genuinely believe it is a genocide because you can look at the numbers.
Yep.
And if you don't think that's a human being, then I think that if you look back at the totality of history, most of the time when people dehumanize somebody else, whether it's, African American people or any of these, different types of races, it's not looked upon fondly in human history.
Yeah.
God, I
Yeah.
love Connor
Crazy.
Hughes.
Dude, Connor,
Yeah.
you're
That's,
this is awesome. We gotta talk more. We're gonna be friends.
Bro,
This
this is my thing, bro. Like
Same.
there's no topic that I am more passionate about than morphine. Like that's the one
Yeah.
that I will fight to the death on, bro.
Same.
I also feel like it's pretty contradictory, like, of people to like say pro-choice and stuff when it's not actually like their body, in the sense.
Yeah.
Which yeah, but
Well,
like I remember watching like a video where it was basically like showing like what happens. Like
Oh my God! If you've seen a video one, it's insane.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah,
It's horrible,
and
dude.
like that just like also like I didn't agree with it like ever, but that just really gave me like a new perspective. It's like you're tearing a child apart.
Yeah.
Like how I don't know how it can be just like called like a fetus, and fetus actually means baby.
Small child.
Yeah.
So
It's
So you
Yeah.
want to hear one that gets me too, and this is a great one if you have any Christian friends that are pro, choice. Being pro-choice is a heresy, and let me explain to you why. We all here collectively believe that Jesus Christ is God, correct?
yeah.
He was God before all things, and he was God until now, and everything in between. There was no point in that time where he was not God, right? Everyone good here? All
Yeah.
right. Now, was at any point during his time when he was here, he was fully God and fully man, correct? Right, guys?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Woman, right? All right, cool. So, if you believe in pro-choice and you believe at a certain point during that pregnancy that is not a human being, right? That means that you believe because Christ came into the world through Mary, and he developed through conception all the way until a fully grown baby, all 9 months, and he was birthed naturally, right? So that means that if you believe at some point in that whole process that he wasn't a human being and then he just became a human being, that means that you believe at a certain point when Christ was on earth that he was not fully man, which is a heresy. Right?
100%.
That I believe that's Arianism, I believe, but don't quote me on that. But if you believe as a Christian and you're pro-choice, that means that you believe that Jesus Christ is not fully man. He came onto this earth and he was God but not man, and then he became man. It's a heresy in and of itself. So if you're a Christian, that's a great argument to use on somebody as well.
Yeah, that is great argument. I also think too that the large reason why we've trended in this direction in America is in the 1970s when they created no fault divorce. Before 1970, there was fines. It was a big ordeal. A marriage contract was one of the most important contracts, and contracts are stronger than law. Like literally, the contracts are stronger than law. Like Native American land and reservations are the original contracts that we wrote up with them in agreements that the settlers made. And they're not actual laws. And so back in the day, marriage was treated as a contract. And it was something that was sacred. It was something that was highly valued and one of the most important decisions you make. In the 90s, I believe it was 1973, divorce rates went up like 50% when they made no-fault divorce rates that they took 50-50, and it literally destroyed the family, and it trivialized families in general. And I think that's largely what's happening now, is that they've trivialized sex, they've trivialized family, they've trivialized religion and morality. And all of these aspects, they've trivialized art. It's all linked together, and I completely agree with you on this fact, but it's not just abortion. It's the actual way we treat families. As like literally the actual institution of our government doesn't treat families with the weight it deserves. We have this idea that like family is like, oh well, you could marry whoever you want, that you can divorce them, all this stuff, right? And there's no repercussions. It's so trivial. Like I've met like most people you meet, like half the people I meet, their parents are divorced or they're on their second marriage, something like that. Back in the day, it was so important. Family was so important. People, even if they had their differences, they had to stick together because the marriage itself was so binding. And I think that's something that we need to change, and that goes directly along with what you're talking about.
Let me ask you too. If you look back at those times, what was one of the biggest things that was different between let's just take it back one generation, right? If you even look at like our parents compared to our grandparents, right? Our grandparents lived a much deeper religious life, right? A lot of them were much more devout to the church, much more devout to their day-to-day religious life, having a connection with God. And at the end of the day, man, like people need to understand like marriage is a religious sacrament. It's not like people can talk as much as they want about the government and as much as they want about all these things. Marriage was designed by God. It wasn't designed by the government. It was designed by God himself in order to bind a human being with another human being. And the thing is, at the end of the day, is once you take religion out of marriage, there's no point. I want one person to explain to me. I've yet to find a single person to explain to me, outside of tax reasons, if you're not religious, why would you get married?
It's
There's
100%
legitimately
true.
no reason. Instagram pictures, you want to get a cool moment of like looking cool in front of all your friends and stuff and have that cool moment with your wife and husband, but there's zero substance to it. It becomes a contractual binding with the government, right? And what I believe truly is that a marriage was damaged once religion was separated from it. Because at the end of the day, the scripture teaches that it goes in a very simple hierarchy, right? Christ, the husband, wife, and the kids, right? It's in that hierarchy. Now, when people hear that, they think, oh, the wife is below the kids, or the wife is below the husband. That means that she has less value. No, actually, it just means that, as Paul says, you should protect your wife and die for your wife as Christ did for the church, right? So all he's saying in that is that there's a unit of who you are respecting and who you are loyal to, right? Over everything else. If I am if I'm talking to my wife and I tell her something that's different from scripture, she should listen to what Christ says, not me, right? And that's how it's supposed to go. Now, if I make a decision and I think that we should, do a certain thing or not do a certain thing, and it lines up with scripture, that's where the hierarchy of marriage, men are supposed to take some sort of leadership role, right? You end up turning into this whole wish-wash of like when you start making the marriage like a 50-50 thing and all this different stuff. Obviously, like you talk to people and you get their insight and those types of things. But at the end of the day, man, I think as you were speaking about, the no-fault divorce allowed for a lot more wishy-washy government marriages. And it was we do it for the taxes. If we don't agree, then we split up, and we can figure things out with the kids. And now your kids are getting taken care of by the government. They listen to whatever the government says. The family unit has been destroyed, right? And it turns into, again, at the end of the day, it all cycles back to the separation of church and state. We've all heard that terminology, the separation of church and state. And we all think it's, oh, this is a great thing. Like, yeah, we should definitely separate the two of them. It's like, no, I think that bringing the church and state closer together is what allows for a more flourishing community.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate and push back on that because I agree with
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree with you. I do agree with you. I think once we separate religion from state, we create a political environment that is morally ambiguous, and it wreaks havoc. I do agree with that, but I'm gonna push back on just a little bit. I think there's two things. I think it's not religious organization; it's religious values. I think that's the differentiation,
Yes.
because the Catholic Church is a great example of a monopoly that did pretty horrible, horrendous things and are involved in child trafficking rings and, pretty horrendous things. And so I do think that church and state, it's not church and state, it's religion and state, as in religious values. Because obviously, you look at the Constitution, you look at everything that created America, and our values and our ideals as Americans is based off Christianity. We swear on the Bible in court. You know what I mean? Like, that's the reality. It's intertwined. Like that's what it is.
I'm
Our
doing it on the Quran now, bro. It's getting scary.
Yeah, that's just a bunch of bullshit. It's like
Sorry, my bad.
yeah, it literally our government, our values, our us as Americans are defined by Christian religious values. Period. And America wasn't created for freedom of, like, everyone's like, oh, it's religious freedom in America. That's what it means. It's one of the American dreams. Like, no, it was created for Christians. It was created for largely Protestants, for their religious freedom, escaping the Catholic Church, and that was a huge part of it. And it was created for that demographic of people, and that's why America was created in the lens through looking through Christianity. And I completely agree with you. It has to be intertwined. Once you remove Christian values and you make it a soulless state, you lose touch with reality. Because once you lose morality, everything becomes ambiguous, and that's what we have today. Is this increasingly massive blob of bureaucratic just shit that is just destroying our country. But it can't be a church organization, because the problem is that people are infallible. Like, people are fallible. It can't be the Pope. It can't be. I don't think it has to be an organization. It has to be religious values, and I think that's the only thing I would say, is it has to be separated.
Now, when I say church, I just want to specify. Christ speaks as we are his church, right? The believers are his church. And it's, we as a congregation of 4 people right now, right? We are part of Christ's church, right? And when I speak of the church, I don't necessarily mean in like a
building.
Yeah, or like in an organization, even like in the sense of Catholicism or Orthodoxy, or any of these things. Obviously, I believe in Orthodoxy, but if you had me choose between living in an atheistic society of a bunch of non-believing heathens, or not saying that everyone's non-believing is a heathen, but I'm just saying, like, people that are acting out of place. But if people are acting crazy and you wanted me to choose between that or living in a Protestant-based Christian society, dude, I'm totally picking that. If you wanted me to live in a Catholic-based Christian society, I would still choose that over every single other option, right? But when I speak in that term, I mean coming closer to Christ. That's my main, I guess centerpiece of that argument is, I believe that the separation from Christ as an entity, and just as the belief in God, I think, is one of the biggest things, man. Like, I think that separating our morality from some sort of higher entity allows us to be able to malleably shift our beliefs in these crazy, crazy things. There he is.
Yeah, dude, I 100% agree. You articulated it very well. I completely agree with you. I think one of the other things that I think essential to kind of combating or contributing to the crux of the argument that we're talking about. Because what we're really talking about is the loss and the discordant disenthrallment from religious values that we kind of see being more and more popular in the U.S. And I think it largely comes from, I think social media is kind of throwing up smoke and mirrors. I think there's more of us, of believers or people who are truly American, truly Christian, that are really, really love and respect the ideals that we're espousing. I think there's more of us than we actually think. But I think the reason why we're having so much pushback when we're seeing all these problems arise is, yes, we have a lot of, Islamic people coming in, immigrants trying to establish Sharia law. In large amounts, we're becoming, a minority as white Christian Americans. It's a very real fact, and you can see like London is 36% white. It's just back in
I don't know, I think
1945,
The
1943.
Islamic Republic of London.
Dude, it's so bad. It's
Yeah,
frightening.
that's crazy.
And you just go back to the 40s. They were almost 90% white. You know what I mean? And now they're at 70%. It's frightening. And we're not having enough kids, and it's because we're not Christian. We're not actually establishing Christian families. People are having kids later and later on in life, where they're only having 1 or 2 kids, versus people who are like, these young immigrants are coming in, starting younger families and establishing values that are completely contradictory to our way of life and belief.
You know what's the
You
saddest
say
part,
that,
though,
but
is that
every time period in history, even if people have a core belief system, it's usually expressed radically different. Like before the switch in leadership and the application of Sharia law in like Iran and those places, it was pretty, westernized and what people would consider civil, but
the Shah was sick.
they were still Muslim, but the times changed, and they started practicing different things. I think Christianity is very much the same. You could say what you want about America. I don't think the belief systems necessarily represent a consistent thing that people value over time in society. Like a lot of our modern law comes from Roman law, and Roman law is an amalgamation of like tons of other shit, something that always changed. And in like Eastern Rome, them being Orthodox didn't necessarily mean that they were people who were highly moral.
Well,
There's
this
about,
is the
like,
thing,
a
is that
period of 90 to 120 years. There's a period of like 90 to 120 years where they used, I forgot the ruler's name, but he basically, like you ever see like the modern depictions of torture where like they take you into the Iron Maiden, like the fucking swinging axes and shit.
Yeah.
That was basically because of this guy. And for like about 120 years, they were Christians, but they were putting people through torture in the name of God. Okay, goodbye. Putting people through torture in the name of God. And then the reason they stopped is because some guy, like, they used to cut off people's noses
yeah.
so they would never be king. And some guy made himself a silver nose after he got it cut off. And after he became king, they're like, oh, this should stop. So even though I do think it has an influence,
Okay, well,
think,
I just want to push back
core
on it just a
belief
little bit.
separates from society.
So I understand what you're saying,
Push back on what?
and I think it's a
You're gonna
fair
push back on
point.
what? Push back on these nuts.
Okay. But Anthony, let's get down to business. So this is the reality. Of course, there are evil Christians. Of course, there are evil people who follow Judaism, Islam, Buddhism, Taoism, whatever you want to call it. Evil people are everywhere.
Especially
It doesn't
Buddhists.
make truth less true. What I'm saying is this, is that Christianity has been a net positive. It's created Western society. It has created the ability for us to create modern society as we know it. You look at Roman law, you look at the ideals of equality, of fairness, of love thy neighbor, and all these Christian values that create the ability for us to have the things we value so much in life today. You look at any other religion outside of Christianity, since Christianity was conceived, a lot of it are very exclusionist. You look at Islam, you look at the texts they have. They talk about killing non-believers. Christianity is the exact opposite. You look at Judaism, you look at the Talmud. Like all of these religions largely are either morally ambiguous and don't actually create real growth.
I mean, the Talmud was a revisionist document.
It was a revisionist
Those
document.
Those that can even be considered like the same thing than to the original.
But that's what the
Original
rabbis
sense.
that's literally what the rabbis use to interpret the Old Testament. That's literally what you go to school as a rabbi, a rabbinical school. That's how they decipher. Like that modern Judaism is that. There's not
no, modern day, yeah, for sure.
And that's what we're really
The
talking
current
about is the
state of
long-term
Judaism
effects.
Is modern day rabbinic? The current state of Judaism is rabbinic Judaism. It's based on the rabbis.
100%.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I wasn't arguing that.
But the fact that saying the Talmud is a revisionist document, it's based on what they base their religion off currently. Like any Jewish person that you meet, like Orthodox Jews, anybody who celebrates Hanukkah or anything like that, they follow the Talmud because that's not in the Old Testament.
And let's say this. Like I know, like I had Jewish friends throughout my life, and obviously there's lukewarm Christians and lukewarm Jews, right? They don't understand. Like for instance, you'll talk to a bunch of Christians, like, oh, I'm Christian, and I'll be like, what about this Bible verse? And they'll be like, well, I've never heard it. I don't agree with that. I'm like, you're not a Christian. You never, you're not like, you don't know what you're actually talking about. There's a lot of Jewish people that don't understand the things that they say in the Talmud. What do you say?
So it makes somebody more of a Christian if they know certain Bible verses, or if they live. Isn't it more important to live their life Christ-like?
Well, this is the thing: is if it's about intellectual honesty. So let's say for me as a Christian, I think I'm living Christianity, but I'm not studying Christianity. I'm not actually truly following the values it espouses because I'm not seeking God's word. I'm not actually trying to grow in God's word. I'm just lukewarm, as in, like, for instance, my parents were Christian. I was Christian. I've never read the Bible. I've never been really super religious. I just say I'm Christian because, people around me are Christian. And you put on this persona of being Christian, but you're not actually Christian because you don't actually live the lifestyle of it. And if you're not reading the scriptures and trying to study, then you're not.
What are the exceptional values though that aren't?
Like the
Can I answer your previous question real quick before you?
No.
Yeah. We don't want to get past that. Go ahead, Connor.
No, please don't.
I had a really good one.
Fuck off. I don't want to hear your nonsense.
You were talking about the fact that certain countries live under Christian values and still, act out of pocket and do horrible things, right?
Well, like there's no consistent moral values. Like there's general consistent moral values that have been demonstrated throughout humanity since the dawn of time.
No, but
right?
but there's literally a fact that the ideals of Christianity were never represented before Christ. We literally have Gilgamesh, we have the Old Testament, and many different things, and Christ literally brought a whole. It's like Shakespeare, it's like Plato, it's like Socrates.
There's a different set of morality. He's correct.
Like he literally brought ideas that we didn't have represented until then. Like literally,
okay,
but because Jesus came and died for our sins and created that cultural and religious revolution, we have Western society as we know it. Because without that, we couldn't. It would literally just be old Abrahamic law, and we wouldn't be able to develop. It literally created modern society as we know it. All the rules about freedom and equality and our rights as citizens, like it's all based.
Guys, keep
off
going.
Christian
I'll be back.
values. So what do you have to say about that? Isn't that the most consistent thing?
That's what I'm trying to kind of get down to. What are the exceptional? Again, most of modern U.S. law is inspired by Roman law, and that obviously preceded Christianity, and then Rome went through the dawn of Christianity. But what are the values that were never? So it was written like nobody ever wrote it before. But what are the values that were demonstrated all of a sudden when Christianity came that weren't there previously in functioning societies.
So one of the biggest things, if you look at it just from like a basis perspective, is that they gave equal rights to all human beings. Now, in practice, if you look at it, obviously there were people who, warped like anything. They warped certain parts of word, and they start to, induce slavery and these types of things. Um, Christianity, even in and of itself, was the only thing that
Oh, that's a
allowed.
perfect one because equal human rights wasn't a thing until like the 1800s, 1700s, right?
And what and
So
who
that
was the ones who and who was the ones that implemented the original abolition of slavery?
some fucking guy, I
Protestant
forgot his name.
Christians.
Protestant Christians.
Oh,
It was
word?
Protestant Christians.
Mm.
And what did they use in order to justify, black people being human beings and being equal to everybody else?
Sorry, could you say that last part again?
So what did they use to convince people that, you know, this guy, bro,
I
to
know.
convince people
Your
that
guess is
slave
better than mine, big guy.
it's scripture, right? It's like they used scripture. Well, you want an example of when they were able to use these things to actually like have an effect on the world and why Christianity was different. Because they used scripture in and of itself to say, hey, we are all created equal in the image of God, therefore we all deserve equal rights. And they were the ones to then implement the abolition of slavery.
I think another great example of why Christianity changed so much is also before Christianity, the written word and in literature as we know it and in stories as we know it, let's not even talk about morality just for a second. Let's talk about purely objectively. Literally without the Bible, the oldest story we have is they're kind of arguing between like the flood story of Noah's Ark and Gilgamesh, and Gilgamesh references the floods. That those are the oldest stories we have, like old Sumeria and like way back in time. So those are oldest stories we have. Literally, the Bible means library. Literally is the most important document we have because it's the original authors. Like it's literally like you don't understand how important it is without writing and metacognition as a society and the ability to reflect on our past. Most cultures like Celts, like my ancestors were Celtic. It was all word of mouth. It was all oratory. We spoke through myths and we passed on these stories through generations. But what problem is we didn't have a clear aspect of our past in our minds. We couldn't critique, we couldn't edit our thoughts. Because without writing, think about it this way. You've never written, you've never read. With the act of writing and reading is editing your own thoughts. You're editing it's metacognition. You're thinking about your own thinking and being, is it clear? Is it true? And that's the beautiful thing about the Bible, would introduce to the whole world is this ability to look through stories and parables and take things from that and apply it to your own life through writing and reading and through self-reflection. And this is something so crazy that happened when the printing press was created and we started printing Bibles. And then we started printing religious books around Christianity. And this is what created the massive, massive, massive scientific achievements. Without the Bible, where would we be? Like, you look at Shakespeare. Like, Shakespeare, literally. Like, without Shakespeare, we wouldn't have, like, modern literature. It's like Bach. It's like there's these key moments in history that give us the ability to move through time and to leaps and bounds into the future of the technology we could have created without it. And so, just objectively, the Bible has helped us. Yeah, go ahead.
Add one piece to that, just to add on to that.
Yeah.
If you look at the world literacy rates before the 1500s and after the 1500s, right? World literacy rates took an insane sharp upturn. And why was that? The Protestant Reformation was a big part of that. I give credit to Martin Luther, even though I'm not like a Lutheran or a Protestant, but that boosted the just overall intellectual value of the world significantly. because it was able to put books into people's hands and they were able to learn how to read based off of scripture. Scripture was a huge part in allowing the expansion of knowledge throughout not just the United States, not just through these different, obviously the US wasn't a thing back then, but throughout Europe, but throughout the entire world. Bibles were shipped off in different languages. They had different translations of all these different things, and people were able to now, for the first time, have access to actual literacy and be able to read.
Yeah, 100%. And I want to say one more thing before you get back on it, Anthony, is that Christianity shared all this knowledge. We shared it with everyone. And yes, the Catholic Church tried to subvert those values and they tried to hold it for their own and monopolize it. But the reality is the spirit of Christianity is something that we want to truly help people to build them up where they're at. We want to be Christ-like. We want to espouse the values of Christ and Jesus Christ and embody that in our own lives, okay? And those values we see through everything that we do. And that's what we're trying to attempt to do. We often fail, but that's what we're trying to attempt to do. You look at any other religion, Judaism, Islam, they wouldn't try to spread that word, that knowledge, and help other people outside of their own ethnic group. Christianity is the only example of that we have. It's like you look at Taoism and Buddhism, so much of it was largely inspired by the Christ-like story, Christ's story. It just all comes back to that. And I understand where you're coming from.
Precede it.
What do you say?
Buddhism, I'm pretty sure, precedes Christianity.
Buddhism, I'm talking about the universal values it espouses are basically, it's kind of like watered down morality. It's very, very watered down and like morally pluralistic. But what I'm saying is that the redeeming values that it has come from Christian type values. And that's what I'm saying is that all these positive effects from different values around the world all come from Christ type stories. Literally, the most interesting story we have is the hero's journey, the chosen one. And why are humans so obsessed with this type of story? Is because it's embedded in our minds. This is the thing that is true to all of us. And I think that's why Christianity is so important. Even if you don't believe that God exists or that it was something else and it was just a man, you know what I mean? The actual causal effects, just purely logically, cannot be ignored.
Dude, let's go. I don't know where y'all...
What's that?
I said, dude, let's go. I said, I don't know where y'all picked up, but man, I love my friends. If y'all ever want to come hang out with me and my friends in the chat here, it's a good place to hang. Dang, we're dropping frames crazy right now. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, dude, the fucking lasagna was delicious. Shit was bussin'.
We have people going off in the chat. I didn't even check the chat.
No. It was just like a couple people in here still, but our frames were dropping a little bit.
Hey boys, well I think that's a good place for me to pop off.
Dude, yeah, we'll call it. We streamed for 2 hours 50 minutes. For those of you that had us playing as background noise, you guys are freaking awesome. I know Justin hung in here for a while. Sarush been in here for a while. Yeah, Justin's still here. Sarush has been in here for a while. Keanu popped
Bjorn's in there.
Bjorn's in here. Yeah, a couple of you guys that stayed for a good bit, especially you, Justin. Number one fan at the end of the stream. Let's go. Or number one, I think, XP bat. I don't know what it's called. I'll have to learn the official YouTube lingo. But yeah, I'm still kind of trying to figure out what to do with YouTube, guys. I think streaming will be fun. I did it by myself the other night and realized that I could just connect Discord and have my buddies on too, which I think I'll be doing a lot. And let me know if there's someone like specific you guys would like to have me talk to on a stream. I think would be super cool to just kind of have people on, do it like live podcast sort of thing, or I have questions ready and whatnot. So I think we'll do more of that. But yeah, shout out to these guys. Shout out James coming over and streamed with me a couple hours.
Let's
Connor
go.
and Anthony just randomly hopped in here in the waiting room of the call, and we brought them in and they stuck it out and Dude,
Bro,
I
give
can't
me
wait to
someone
clip
debate
this.
on abortion, bro. Let's do it.
Yeah, I can't wait to clip this up. I feel like we got some gems for sure. Um, anything else from you guys?
Yo, Chris does that. There's a really bad clip of when you were gone in the bathroom. That you
Oh,
like.
jeez. All right. Well.
Connor, you know which one.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a
jeez.
bad
Oh, my gosh. All right. Well.
Holy shit.
Anyway, any last
Take care,
messages
guys.
from you guys?
I just want to say, like, Connor, Anthony, and the other people that were on here, just thank you so much for talking. Like, I think, like, we had some pretty cool topics of conversation, and it was a lot of fun. And I just appreciate Christos for, having us all on and setting this up. It's been awesome, and I hope to do it again.
Yeah, we'll do it again for sure. This will be a frequent thing, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, I'm sure you guys probably are, but definitely sub. Do the notification bell. It'll tell you when I'm streaming. All glory to God. All glory to Jesus Christ. Why you gotta hit the soundboard as I'm giving praise to God, bro? Yeah, guys, this was fun. I'm gonna call it there. That's the show. We'll see you guys soon.